It's a beautiful day here at Mount Midoriyama as 100 Spartans get set to go here in the 28th tournament of Spartan Sasuke. We're going to get straight into the action with our first competitor, the newcomer, Fluffy B. He is the host of his own course called Objective Jump, and here he is making his long-awaited Spartan Sasuke debut. You'll have 110 seconds to complete 9 obstacles, beginning with the floating steps. Last seen in Tournament 10, Fluffy must ascend 5 steps, then jump to a rope. He gets on it, and he is through the first obstacle. Now for the butterfly wall, another classic obstacle last seen in Tournament 20. He makes it across, and now for a new obstacle, the screwdriver. He has to hit the switch in the middle, run down the ramp, and catch the screwdriver in time, which he gets a nice landing. And he jumps across for the dismount. Now climbs up to face another new obstacle, the roller coaster. He has to drive the mongoose down the ramp and catch a split rail. Fluffy makes it on, and he goes for a very quick dismount. Now for the twin diamonds. This obstacle was very tough last tournament, but it doesn't faze Fluffy at all as he goes for the warped wall. Can Fluffy make it up? Ooh, not able to get up in 1. He has to try again, but he makes it up in 2 as he approaches the last of our new obstacles, the pizza party. 4 hanging pizzas. He has to get the timing just right as he makes each jump out. He goes for the 4th one. Can he get the dismount? Fluffy B? Yes, he can. He's got about 40 seconds left as he approaches the spider swing. Can Fluffy B clear the first stage at number 1 in the run order? He gets the grapple. Can he get onto the second window? Yes, he gets a safe jump and is now just 1 obstacle away from clearing. It's just a floating orb standing between him and victory. He goes for the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and Fluffy B clears the first stage with 17.7 seconds remaining. Fluffy, we've seen his potential on other courses, but he gets the job done here on his first attempt at Spartan Sasuke. Being the first competitor meant he had to set the pace, and it's safe to say he set a tremendous pace for our other Spartans to follow. And despite being a newcomer, he looked like a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, dude, let's go. Number 1. I'm number 1. Don't get the blue shell. I'm number 1.
We are off to a strong start here in the 10th anniversary of the ultimate survival attack, Spartan Sasuke! For 10 years, thousands of Spartans from all over the world have answered the call to compete and push themselves further and further to achieve the near impossible. Many have failed in their noble quest for greatness, but they all have one thing in common: the burning desire to achieve total victory and sit upon the holy throne of champions. After all these years, that flame burns brighter than ever. Today, a new batch of 100 Spartans will attempt to conquer all 4 stages of Mount Midoriyama in Spartan Sasuke 28. Hello everyone, I am your host RPG445, and we're already off to a strong start as we just saw our first competitor, Fluffy B, complete the first stage. Now 99 more Spartans will hope to replicate his success and join Fluffy on stage 2. Before we get back to the tournament, I just want to thank you all for 10 incredible years of Spartan Sasuke. Whether you're a competitor or a fan of the show, your support has made all of this possible. And without further ado, let's head back to stage 1 where our next Spartan is ready to go. Well, Fluffy B got us off to a very strong start indeed. And our next competitor is getting shot by a fuel rod from above. Our next competitor is the newcomer, Warrior. And there's Tricky Cyrus wishing him good luck. Tricky, he'll be doing much later on in the tournament, but right now it is the turn of Warrior. And he's off onto the floating steps. Warrior going quickly across the steps. He's gonna catch onto the rope. Does not get a very good jump going off the rope, but he is okay. And now Warrior will move on to the butterfly wall. He doesn't sprint going into it, and he's going to come up short. He got a sprint going into that. Now we have Man United Dragon, another newcomer. Let's see how he does on his debut. And he's off onto the floating steps. Gonna take his time here, eyeing down that second step of the floating steps. Very classic obstacle here to start off stage 1. And United's gonna come up short of the third step. Definitely not as good as the actual Man United that got to the Champions League recently. But now we have Matty the Div, another newcomer. How will Matty do with his 110 seconds? Matty going a little quicker going to that second one, almost overshoots it, but he is getting further on this obstacle. Can Matty the Div get through the floating steps? Yes, he can. Matty the Div on out to the butterfly wall. Matty is going to jump out to the right side, and he will attempt the new screwdriver. Hits the switch in the middle to activate it. Can Matty get to it? Yes, he crouches onto the screwdriver. And now climbing his way up to face the roller coaster. He's gonna take his time to line himself up, line up that mongoose, and he's going to accelerate down. Can he catch the split rail? Yes, he can. Gets a good landing. And Matty, almost backs all the way off the platform. That would have been tragic. But he's on to the fifth obstacle, the Twin Diamonds. This obstacle was very tough last tournament. Matty, no, he comes up short of the second diamond. He lost his momentum, and he couldn't quite catch it. Now we have Minter 66 going quickly into the second step. Third, fourth, fifth, into the rope. And Minter, bad jump going for the dismount. You gotta be careful not to hit the pole in the middle like that. But now we have GCK Caleb, who's getting a back smack of his own. Caleb got a lot of newcomers starting off this tournament, and Caleb is the next of them. GCK Caleb quickly off the dismount for the floating steps. On out to the butterfly wall. Caleb nicely through the second obstacle. How will he fare against the screwdriver? He runs down, and he gets onto it. A little close there, but Caleb manages to get through the screwdriver. And now for the roller coaster, as the footage freaks out a bit there. Not sure why it's doing that. But he loses his balance here, and there's no chance for him to catch that split rail. That's unfortunate. But now we can move on to our first returning competitor. At number 7, we have Wild Sasuke on appearance number 7. Wild Sasuke, he failed the Skyhooks last tournament, matching his previous personal best from tournament 25. But how will Wild Sasuke do today? Makes the dismount. On out to the butterfly wall. Wild Sasuke, he was one of 24 people to be in the Guardian Cup. And he's onto the screwdriver. He gets it, and if he can make it through the roller coaster, it will be a personal best for Wild Sasuke. Let's see if he can set himself a new PB. Taking his time lining that mongoose up. Can he keep his balance? Wild Sasuke, a little off center on that split rail, but he is okay. And now 40 Twin Diamonds. He's backing up quite a bit there for this jump. Can Wild Sasuke make it? No, he cannot. He comes up short of the second diamond. And Now we have J-Stud Roblox back for his third appearance. He missed the last tournament, but now he returns today for tournament 28. We're gonna jump ahead to the Screwdriver. J-Stud Roblox gets a good landing, and he'll approach the roller coaster. Lying down, taking a bit of time, going full speed here. J-Stud, nice landing there. J-Stud Roblox. What can he get through the Twin Diamonds? It's been pretty tough on our early competitors so far, but J-Stud is also going to come up short of the second diamond. He got pretty far in that first one. I guess he hesitated. I don't know. But now we have Alex Halo back for his third appearance. Last tournament he failed the sky hooks, and his previous appearance before that was all the way back in tournament 18. So it's nice to see Alex Halo back for consecutive tournaments. But Alex Halo off onto the butterfly wall. He has never faced this obstacle before, but he makes quick work of it. Now for the Screwdriver. It's a new obstacle for everyone here this tournament. And Alex Halo, nicely for the new obstacle. Now for the roller coaster. He's gonna go straight into it, not taking too much of an opportunity to line it up. Ooh, that was a little close there on the landing, but he makes it through. And he'll advance to the Twin Diamonds. Alex Halo does get into the second diamond, and he's only the second this tournament so far to move on to the warp wall. Alex Halo not able to get up the warp wall in one. He'll have to try again for a second attempt. It is no good. Third attempt. Alex Halo really struggling with this warp wall. The clock is ticking. He needs to make it up, which he does. He should have enough time left to clear if he can keep up a good pace on these last three obstacles. Onto the pizza party, but he comes up short of the third pizza. Let's look at the replay, see what went wrong. Going into this third pizza, he went too high up on the second one, and it slowed him down. You gotta be really careful about that. And Alex Halo is out. Time for our first fast forward. Gin Dog, the regular, failed the Twin Diamonds. That is followed by Halo Nut 11 at number 11. Lord Eris fails the floating steps. And then Willa Hung or Villa, I don't know. He fails the butterfly wall, and then Thunder fails the first jump. That is 14 runs in, but now here are 10 competitors to look forward to this tournament. At number 25 is Wolf Ninja, who's making his landmark 20th appearance, as well as Bubba Ace, the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Later on at number 83 is Sonic Fan, making his first appearance since tournament 24, and Tricky Cyrus makes his first attempt since he reached the final stage in tournament 25. Then we have Super Ninja J2, the runner-up of the Guardian Cup. Then at number 95, we have the All-Star Vulcan, making his landmark 25th appearance. At number 97 is Free MMO Direct, who got first place in the last tournament. Then we have the Ninja Warrior of Halo host, Hunter Unit 751, who like Free got to stage 3 last tournament, as well as the Halo Ninja Warrior host and 3-time champion, Smokey Massacre. Finally, at number 100 is the winner of the Guardian Cup, Joey Davis. A lot of big names coming up later this tournament, but now we have a blast from Jumping's past. This is Labrat, who back on the Xbox 360 was known as Bryn 514 Revived. He notably cleared Stage 1 in Halo Ninja Warrior 6 all the way back in 2013. But now here he is, making his Spartan Sasuke debut after his recent return to Halo Ninja Warrior. Labrat, nicely through the floating steps and onto the butterfly wall. Labrat gets through that as well, and he'll face the Screwdriver. He runs down. Can Labrat catch the Screwdriver? Yes, he can. He's gonna go for a quick dismount there. Labrat climbing his way up to the roller coaster. Lab Rat keeping somewhat good balance, a little all over the place on the split rail, but he's okay. Lab Rat moves on to the twin diamonds. Lab Rat just comes up short of the second diamond. It looked like he was going to have it at first, but it wasn't quite enough. And now we have our next newcomer, Sasuke. Let's see how he does on his debut. We're going to jump ahead to the roller coaster. Made good work of the first 3 obstacles. How will we do on the rest of the stage? Going a little slower going down, and it's enough. If you go full speed from the top, it can cause you to lift up, and it can mess you up. So, nice feating from Carson as he makes it through the twin diamonds, and he'll move on to the warp wall. Sasuke makes it up in 1. Nicely done. Now for the new obstacle, the pizza party. He goes into the second pizza, but he comes up short, just like Alex Halo earlier. Now we have Ravalis from France. How will he do on his debut? Ravalis. He notably wore number 1 in one of Smokey's recent tournaments. But let's see how he does on his Spartan Sasuke debut. Ravalis very quickly through the floating steps. Onto the butterfly wall. Ravalis jumping all the way out to the right. And onto the screwdriver. He's gonna run down and get the screwdriver. Good control there. Ravalis making his way onto the roller coaster. He's gonna back up and go for speed. Ravalis makes it on. Very good control on the roller coaster. And onto the twin diamonds. We just saw our last competitor make it through this. Can Ravalis do the same? Yes, he can. Ravalis makes it to the warped wall. Ravalis is not able to get up in 1. Not in 2 either. Ravalis struggling a bit here on the warped wall, but 3rd time is the charm for Ravalis. As he moves on to the pizza party, he gets onto the second pizza. 3rd pizza, 1 more for Ravalis. Yes, he gets onto the 4th one, and he will move on to the spider swing. Ravalis, can he get the grapple? He latches on. Can he stick the second window? He gets a safe jump, and Ravalis is just 1 obstacle away from clearing. Can we see the newcomer make it up these orbs? Less than 20 seconds. He's making good work of this climb. And Ravalis, with 15.8 seconds remaining, is going to clear stage 1 on his debut. Ravalis, the Frenchman, is moving on to the second stage. He made this stage look pretty easy. It was a very clean run all throughout. And we will see Ravalis on stage 2. Vive la France! Ravalis, congratulations on your first clear. That was very exciting. Let's see if our returning competitor, Mickey Top 8, follow up on that. Mickey Top missed the last tournament, failed the very first obstacle in his previous appearance, which was a steps obstacle. So he's got another one with the floating steps in his way. Mickey Top 8 making very quick work of the floating steps, looking much stronger than his previous appearance about close to a year and a half ago. And now Mickey Top 8 moves on to the screwdriver. Mickey Top gets onto it, gets a deep jump into that, and now Mickey Top will advance to the roller coaster. He goes for Mickey Top. Oh, he does not have enough speed to make it on, and his mongoose explodes into a million pieces. Now we have another competitor who missed the last tournament. This is CJG, the runner, the man formerly known as Foamy Boy. He made his debut all the way back in Tournament 20. In his last appearance, a couple tournaments ago, he failed the 3rd obstacle, which at the time was the spin bridge. It's now the screwdriver. And he's going to take his time with the floating steps. CJG, the runner, makes it through. And he's onto the butterfly wall. Foamy doing nicely here on his return to Spartan Sasuke as he eyes down the screwdriver. CJG, the runner, making good work of these first 3 obstacles. Can he make it through the roller coaster? We just saw Mickey Cop go out here. Hopefully he can make it through. Goes a little slower, but he makes it through nicely. Alright, CJG, the runner, onto the Twin Diamonds. Can he get the speed he needs to make it on? No, he jumps very early going into that first diamond. And after him, we had Naughty Dude go out on the first jump, as well as Amp Man. That was followed by King Adrian, who failed the next jump. And then Blood made it to the screwdriver, but was too late and was not able to catch up to the screwdriver. Now we have Rhino King, the newcomer. He is good friends with Drew TV, who will be running later. Rhino King going through this first obstacle. Rhino King nicely through. And he'll be moving on to the butterfly wall. The butterfly wall was the Spartan Slayer at one point, but it's not slaying a lot of Spartans today. A lot of our early competitors finding success here on these early obstacles, which is always nice to see competitors make it far on this course. But can he get through the roller coaster? Yes, he gets the distance he needs. Rhino King onto the Twin Diamonds. It's a tough one. Can he make it through? Rhino King, first diamond, second diamond, goes for the dismount, but he comes up short. I thought he had it. He was so close. Looks like he lost his momentum when he landed in the second one, and he just went for it, expecting to have that speed, but he did not. Making his 20th appearance on Spartan Sasuke is the veteran Wolf Ninja. He has not missed a tournament since his debut in Tournament 9, and early on he would struggle with the first stage, but on his 5th appearance in Tournament 13, he was able to clear for the first time. His next clear wouldn't come till Tournament 17, and of the 3 times he's reached Stage 2, he would fail the Salmon Ladder all 3 times. After Tournament 18, Wolf will go on a long and ongoing losing streak on Stage 1. This includes his personal worst in Tournament 26, and in the last tournament, he would make it further but fall victim to the Twin Diamonds. If Wolf Ninja fails Stage 1 today, it'll be 10 tournaments in a row without a Stage 1 clear for him. We already seen 2 newcomers succeed early on this tournament. Can Wolf Ninja follow in their footsteps and get his 4th clear on Stage 1? Wolf Ninja is always a guy that you like to see succeed on these courses, but he just has not found that success lately. But he is the 14th competitor in Spartan Sasuke history to reach the milestone of 20 appearances. And Wolf Ninja, he is onto the screwdriver, the new obstacle. Wolf Ninja is going to make it across. Wolf up and onto the roller coaster. Takes his time lining up. Wolf Ninja, he goes for it. He gets onto the split rail, and he goes for an early dismount. And now here's the obstacle he failed last tournament, the Twin Diamonds. Wolf Ninja overshoots the first diamond. He jumped too late, and he once again goes out on the diamonds. And now we have Yanter Yamote going crazy here at the start line. Definitely a keyboard and mouse player. But he was formerly known as Yataro Kujoji, who competed in the last tournament. He made his debut last tournament, failing the rolling hurdle, which was the 3rd obstacle. And now he is making his way to the butterfly wall. Takes his time, and he's going to get a safe jump here. Going a little slower here. He's going to drop down onto that extra bit there. the shape of the butterfly wall, a little different than the one we had back on Halo 5. He almost comes up short of the screwdriver, but he gets a nice safe jump there. Enter Yamote onto the roller coaster. He's going to drive down. Can he make it on? Yes, he gets tons of speed going into that. And it looks like he's going to use the mongoose as a platform to make the dismount. Interesting approach there. But he's onto the twin diamonds. We just saw Wolf go out here, and he comes up short of the second diamond. Not quite enough speed to make it into that one. And now we have Toxic Rush, who, like Yanter, made his debut last tournament. Let's see how he does. He's onto the roller coaster. This is the position where Toxic Rush failed last tournament. And as long as he can make this dismount, it'll be a personal best, and it is. Toxic Rush. Can he make it through the twin diamonds? First, second, gets a nice crouch going into that second diamond. And Toxic Rush is onto the warp wall. Toxic Rush, not able to get up the warp wall in one. Not able to get a jump on the second attempt. Third attempt is no good either. Toxic Rush really struggling with the warp wall. Down to 40 seconds, not a lot of time left for Toxic Rush. This warp wall eating him alive. He finally makes it up, but has he got enough time left to clear? He's got less than 30 seconds left on the clock. He needs to pick up the pace here on the pizza party. And he goes way too high on that second pizza and comes up short of the third. Now riding on the back of the mongoose, we have our next competitor, TX Hot T, formerly known as Drew TV. I missed the last tournament, but now here he is on his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. Hot T going quickly through the floating steps. It's an obstacle he's never faced before, but he's on to the butterfly wall, an obstacle he has faced in the past. And he makes it through nicely. Hot T onto the screwdriver. And he gets a good jump into it. Hot T through the first 3 obstacles. On out to the roller coaster. Hot T taking quite a bit of time. He accelerates. Hot T. Ooh, a little close there on the landing, but it's just enough to make it through. Hot T onto the twin diamonds. Just our last competitor make it through this. Hot T nicely into that second diamond. That was a beautiful jump. And now he's going to use the orange side to make it up the warp wall. He almost did, but he just kind of lags his way down. That's kind of unfortunate. But he's still got enough time if he can lock in here on the pizza party. Eyeing down the third pizza. Hot T looking into that fourth pizza. And he's going to make it through the new obstacle. Nicely done. Less than 30 seconds as he approaches the spider swing. He's safe jumping on the first window. Goes for the grapple. Swinging out to that second window. Nice safe jump. But he's down to 15 seconds. He needs to make it up if he wants to clear. He's on to the second orb. Third orb, the klaxon sounding. Hot T is making up, and where's the landmine? There's no landmine. He's gonna hit the wall to stop the timer. I'm not sure why there wasn't a landmine there. That was a little weird, but TX Hot T clears stage 1 for his first time on Spartan Sasuke. We've seen him clear on other courses in the past, but that was a long time ago, so this is his biggest success as a jumper on Halo Infinite. Drew TV making it through all the obstacles, and his return was a good one.
Did he get it? Did he get it? Yeah, you did it!
Let's go!
Well, that was quite the reaction indeed. It's nice to see people excited to clear. But unfortunately, Killed Crabs was not able to find that same success. neither was the return, nor El Cuachiloco, however you pronounce that. Now we have Chain Drive. Chain Drive has competed a few times on Halo Ninja Warrior, but here he is on his Spartan Sasuke debut, going quickly through the floating steps. Chain Drive onto the butterfly wall. Just saw Killed Crabs go out here, but not Chain Drive. He's onto the screwdriver. Chain Drive gets onto the third obstacle, and he's onto the roller coaster, climbing his way up the steps to get into the mongoose. Taking his time, and he goes for the jump, and he makes it onto the split rail quite nicely. And it looks like he's also going to use the mongoose as a platform to advance to the twin diamonds, which Chain Drive gets a beautiful jump into that second diamond. He's doing quite well here at the moment. Chain Drive taking his time for the warp wall. He is not able to make it up in one, but he does make it up in two as he approaches the pizza party. He's taking his time looking into this as well, but does not want to take too much time. He is down to 36 seconds now as he gets into the third pizza. Fourth pizza, nicely done, Chain Drive. He's on to the spider swing. Is he eyeing down a potential clear? He's taking a lot of time analyzing this jump into it. He's got to go for it. Oh, but he doesn't make it in. He was close, but he's not able to make it onto that first ledge. If he went for the safe jump, I think he probably would have made it, but still a good debut nonetheless. And speaking of debut, we have another newcomer. We have Whirlpool up next for his Spartan Sasuke debut. Let's see how he does. Whirlpool has been waiting quite a while to make his Spartan Sasuke debut. He's been in the community for quite a few months now. So let's see if he can take the skills he's built up over these last few months, applying well here to his Spartan Sasuke debut. Whirlpool running down to catch the screwdriver. Nicely done, Whirlpool. Now for the roller coaster. Let's see if he can maintain good control of the mongoose here. Whirlpool goes for speed. Gets on the split rail, and Whirlpool nicely for the new obstacle. Now for the twin diamonds. It's a hard obstacle for anyone competing, but not for Whirlpool. He makes it through the twin diamonds. He's onto the warp wall now. Jumps pretty early on the first attempt. Second attempt going for a very short run up. It looks like he might be... he's taking very short run-ups, and we're gonna jump ahead, spending a lot of time on this warp wall. He also glitches down. He's down to 20 seconds. It's really not looking good for Whirlpool. I don't think he's got enough time left to clear now, but let's see if he can at least get through the pizza party. No, he can't. He's gonna come up short of the fourth pizza. The warp wall giving him a very hard time. Now we have Kyle Chembeg back for his fifth appearance. Gonna jump ahead to the roller coaster. Kyle Chembeg failed the Twin Diamonds last tournament, and he is about to get a rematch with that obstacle now. Kyle Chembeg is gonna stop on that first diamond. It's very risky, but he makes it across nonetheless. He makes it work, and it's a personal best, but it's not enough to get up the warp wall in 2 attempts. Hopefully he doesn't struggle too much with it. He got close there on that 3rd attempt, but he's still not enough. He is up in 4 though, as he approaches the pizza party. He's got a chance. He's got to make these jumps count now. He's backing up on these pizzas, giving himself a lot of speed, and oh, he's not a very good jump going into that 4th pizza. Now we have Galactic back for his 8th appearance. And like Kyle, he also failed the Twin Diamonds last tournament. Let's see how Galactic does. Galactic onto the 4th step, 5th step, onto the rope, and Galactic through the floating steps. On now to the butterfly wall. I am Galactic. making it through that as well. Now for the screwdriver. A little stumble there, pressing the button, but he gets it moving nonetheless. Galactic through the screwdriver. Now for the roller coaster. Lining the mongoose up. He's going for it. Galactic makes it onto the split rail. And let's see if he can get revenge on the twin diamonds. Galactic eyeing down that first diamond. Goes for the second diamond. Galactic gets a safe jump, and he is across and onto the warp wall. He's going to use the orange side to make it up. Guess it makes it easier for some competitors. Don't know how, but it seems to be working out for him. But can he get through the pizza party unlike Kyle Chembed? Yes, he can, as long as he can make the dismount. He does now. Galactic down to 32 seconds as he approaches the spider swing. Can Galactic get his first stage 1 clear? He gets the grapple. Going for the second window. It's a very far grapple, and he goes too far. After him, we had K-Fly go out on the twin diamonds. Joey Charger 6 goes out on the first jump of the stage. Toonie 15 fails the second step of the floating steps. And then Prusa Slicer misaims on the roller coaster. And now we have Drago is back for his 8th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. Things have been very rough for him on the IRL side of things. So the fact that he's even here competing today is impressive in and of itself. But Drago, he failed the skyhooks last tournament. This is a guy who's come close to clearing stage 1 on this course multiple times, but has not been able to get the job done. Drago, a jumping legend on the Xbox 360, someone who's always capable of clearing, but can he finally get the job done here on Spartan Sasuke? Drago onto the roller coaster. This is the position where he failed last tournament. Drago driving down with that green mongoose. And Drago makes it through onto the twin diamonds. He was worried about this obstacle, and he overshoots the first diamond. And he is out on the 5th obstacle. It is at least an improvement over his last appearance, though. But now we have Spartan Walnut, another competitor who has never cleared stage 1 on this course. He's back for his 14th appearance today. And like Drago, he also failed the skyhooks last tournament. Walnut's personal best came in tournament 20, where he failed the 6th of 7 obstacles. Walnut going for the left side of the butterfly wall, an obstacle he has attempted before in the past. But can he make it through this new obstacle? The screwdriver, he gets a safe jump on it. And he makes it across. Spartan Walnut on now to the roller coaster. Can he make it further than he did last tournament? He also has a neon green mongoose like Drago. Hopefully it's a good omen for Walnut. And yes, it is. He's going to make it to the twin diamonds, but can he get through it? Spartan Walnut eyeing down that second one, almost comes up short, but he gets the safe jump to make it across. Spartan Walnut onto the warp wall. This might be the first time he's ever attempted the warp wall on this course, and he's made it up in 1. Spartan Walnut onto the pizza party. New obstacle. He goes for that 3rd pizza. Gets a nice jump. 4th pizza. Gets a safe jump. Going for the dismount. And he's down to 30 seconds for the spider swing. We saw Galactic go out here, but can Walnut get a good grapple here? He's going to wait a bit later. Can Walnut make it? Gets a safe jump. Spartan Walnut. Can he make it through for his first time? He's been waiting a long time to clear. Spartan Walnut is down to 10 seconds. He does not want to go too slow here on this last obstacle. But he's on to the last door. And Spartan Walnut, with 3.5 seconds remaining, finally makes it through stage 1. He made his debut all the way back in tournament 14. But finally, after almost 8 years, Spartan Walnut gets his first clear on Spartan Sasuke, And this is the most amount of attempts it's taken anyone to clear stage 1. The previous record held by Blaze Hayes, clearing after 12 attempts. And Spartan Walnut, he's finally done it. He is finally through the first stage. And for the first time on Spartan Sasuke, we will see him on the second stage. Well done, Spartan Walnut. That's very exciting to see. Now let's see if Jun Sato Cyan can make it through. Cyan failed the spider swing last tournament. And we're gonna jump ahead to the roller coaster. Cyan gets a good landing on the split rail. Cyan, he hosts his own course, Saiyan Sasuke, which he looks to be starting up a new tournament soon. So hopefully that goes well for him. And things are going well for him on stage 1. He's onto the warped wall, but it's not able to get up in 1, nor 2, taking some very short run-ups, but he makes it up in 3. Cyan onto the pizza party. If he can make it through this new obstacle, he will have a rematch with the spider swing. He gets onto the 4th pizza and makes it across. Jun Sato Cyan, can he make it through the spider swing? It's a tough obstacle. He gets a grapple. Can he make it onto the second window? No, he can't. Oh, that was tough. And you can hear his reaction to that. That is very unfortunate. But now we have Disappoint, who, like Cyan, failed the spider swing last tournament. Disappoint, he's never cleared stage 1 on this course, but he's come very close on multiple occasions. So let's see if Disappoint can finally get the job done here today. He's cleared stage 1 quite a few times on Smokey's course, but can he do the same here in Spartan Sasuke 28? Disappoint. Onto the screwdriver. Almost just called it spider swing there. That would have been awkward. But anyways, he's onto the roller coaster. Disappoint. Gonna take his time lining that mongoose up. It's taking a lot of time, actually. Doesn't want to hold up too much here. There is a time limit. Come on, Disappoint. Ooh, he almost comes up short there. And, oh, jeez, that was another close call there on the dismount. But he's on the Twin Diamonds. He makes it across. Disappoint. Can he make it up the warp wall? Yes, he can. He's up it in 1. Nicely done. Now for the pizza party. Looking to the second pizza. Gets it. 3rd pizza. Nice. 4th one. Disappoint. Makes it onto the 4th pizza. Can he get his revenge on the spider swing? Disappoint. Goes for the grapple. Can he make that second window? He does, but he misses the dismount. Oh, that is disappointing. But going back to the roller coaster, he had 2 very close calls. One on the split rail, and then another here going for the dismount. I thought he had the spider swing, but he did not go for the safe jump. He just went for the dismount, and that probably costed him here. And now we have the host of the Elite Challenge, Elite MKB, back for his 5th appearance.
What's the plan?
You're gonna fail the first jump. You believe
Believe in the Celtic Guardian.
Elite getting a lot of support from the other competitors before his run. And now Elite MKB recently completed hosting his 15th tournament at the time of recording this, so hopefully we'll see it premiere soon. Right now, Elite MKB eyeing down a clear. He's been eyeing down a clear this tournament. He's put in a lot of work into stage 1 to definitely set a personal best, but it'd be nice to see him clear. We've seen quite a few competitors clear already. Can Elite be the 5th this tournament? He's onto the roller coaster. He's has a lot of experience with mongoose racing and IRL racing. And Elite is going to use that mongoose as a platform to advance to the Twin Diamonds. He set himself a personal best already. And he's gonna take it on to the warp wall. He almost comes up short of the dismount there, but he makes it up the warp wall in one. Elite's with plenty of time remaining going into the pizza party. Can he get into the third pizza? Gets into that fourth pizza. Yes, Elite MKB onto the spider swing. We just saw our last two competitors go out here. Please do not be the third in a row to fail it. Elite looking into the second window. He gets pushed out by the second window. And Elite is out on the spider swing. He went too far to the left and just hit it too early. Tough break for Elite here on the spider swing. But now we have Spinny 37 up next, back for his 21st appearance. This is a guy who has never cleared stage 1 before. Last tournament, he became the second competitor to go 0 for 20 on stage 1 as he gets launched up in the air by Elite. He stayed on to support the next run after him. And now Spinny 37, Killer the Man, is off on the floating steps, an obstacle he has faced in the past. And he's onto the butterfly wall. Spinny 37 gets to dismount, and he's onto the screwdriver. Running down, can he make it on? Yes, he can. Spinny 37 climbing up to face the roller coaster. It's gonna go straight for the drop. Spinny makes it onto the split rail and gets a good landing. Spinny onto the twin diamonds. Can he make it through this obstacle? First diamond, second diamond. He's gonna stick that second diamond. And he's onto the warp wall. Spinny, not able to get up in one. He's shooting that wall. He really wants to make it up, which he does. He's got less than 50 seconds going into the pizza party. Could Spinny 37 be eyeing his first clear on Spartan Sasuke? Just looking at that fourth pizza. He gets into it. Oh, but gets a horrible jump going into the dismount. Oh, that is tough. After him, we had Roberto 1 failed the first obstacle, as well as Odin. Swift Joey was not very swift on the screwdriver. And then Game Champ also fails the screwdriver.
Hello people, Bubba Ace here, and welcome to Ninja Warrior Roblox.
Back for his landmark 20th appearance is Bubba Ace, the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Like Wolf Ninja, Bubba has not missed a tournament since his debut in T9, but unlike Wolf, he has never cleared the first stage on Spartan Sasuke. In his first 10 appearances, he was unable to get past the 4th obstacle, but in Tournament 19, he would finally make it to the 5th obstacle. He almost got through it in Tournament 25, but could not get a jump to complete the half-pipe attack. In the last tournament, he failed earlier, going out on the rolling hurdle. If Bubba fails stage 1 today, he'll become the 3rd competitor to go 0 for 20 following Gotaints and Spinny 37. However, we did see Spartan Walnut end his losing streak earlier. Could the Ninja Warrior of Roblox host do the same? It'd be really nice to see Bubba. He has cleared stage 1 on Irish Warrior in the past, so it'd be nice to see Bubba put up a good run. He's taking his time here on the floating steps, which he makes it through. On out to the butterfly wall. Bubba Ace, can he make it through this? Bubba Ace does not get a jump for the dismount. Oh no, Bubba is out on just the second obstacle, and he goes 0 for 20 in the worst way possible. Bubba, I thought he was gonna make it through, but that is very unfortunate to see. Very tough break for Bubba. Now we have Risukoto, an American Ninja Warrior competitor, back for his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. He last competed in the first Halo Infinite tournament, But this guy made it all the way to stage 1 year in the American Ninja Warrior Finals. And now here he is on Spartan Sasuke 28. Got a lot of training from Crown Fair at 19 going into this run, so let's see if the training pays off for him. For Isukoto, he's not sprinting going into this screwdriver. That was a little risky there, but he does manage to catch it in time. And he'll move on to the roller coaster, the position where he failed in his last appearance. Can Furipu get a good landing here? Yes, he can! Furipu makes it through the roller coaster and onto the twin diamonds. If he can make it through this, it's a personal best for him. First diamond, second diamond. Oh, he almost had it, but he just comes up short of that second diamond. Now we have Fragile NW, another competitor returning after a long break. He last competed in tournament 25, and he's gonna make it through the roller coaster. You're gonna notice a theme with a lot of the competitors in the 50s. A lot of them made their last appearance in tournament 25 or before that. And because this is the 10th anniversary tournament, I wanted to put a lot of older competitors in this block. And Fragile's putting on an amazing run so far, as he's already on to the pizza party. He makes it onto the second pizza. Third pizza, one more for Fragile. Fourth, yes, he is through the pizza party. Could Fragile make it through stage 1? He's onto the spider swing. It's been tough on our competitors so far, but can Fragile make it on? No, he can't. He also gets pushed away by that second window. Ah, so close. Now we have Schwartz TCG, a Tournament 1 OG, back for his next run. He is one of only 23 people to compete in Tournament 1, and he's one of 6 of them returning in this tournament. His last appearance came in Tournament 25, where he failed the jumping spider. He's never made it past the 4th obstacle on stage 1, an obstacle, a position where he failed a lot of times. But can he make it far today? Schwartz makes it onto the screwdriver, and if he can make it through the roller coaster, it'll finally be a personal best for him. Luckily, the spider obstacle is much later in the stage, if he makes it that far. But Schwartz gets a big lift off, but he makes it across to set a personal best. Schwartz now onto the twin diamonds. Can he make it through? Second diamond. Yes, he gets a good landing into it. And Schwartz is onto the warp wall. His first time attempting this obstacle. Not a good jump on his first attempt. Second attempt. Not very good at all. Third attempt. Come on, Schwartz. He jumps early there. You gotta jump pretty late on this warp wall, or else you're not gonna have the height to make it up. And everything is falling apart here on the warp wall. He's got less than 30 seconds, and I don't think he's gonna even have enough time left to clear. Schwartz finally makes it up, but it's got less than 20 seconds. Surely he has not got enough time left to clear now. And he comes up short of the second pizza. Tough break for him on the later parts of the stage. Now we have Caleb Plays, formerly known as Frenzy, who last competed all the way back in Tournament 19. He failed the butterfly wall in that tournament, and now he'll get a chance to get redemption on that obstacle. Let's see if Caleb can make it through. He's made a recent return to the jumping scenes. Always nice to see these older faces make a comeback. And Caleb Plays makes it through the first obstacle, and he'll get his rematch with the butterfly wall. Caleb Plays. This butterfly wall is a little easier than the one he last faced, but he does make it through. Having a little trouble getting the switch going here on the screwdriver, but he gets a safe jump, but he overcorrects. Caleb Plays. It's only a personal best by 1 obstacle. Next up, we have the Summit of Spartans host, Tanvi 101, who recently premiered his second tournament. Gonna be hosting his third tournament very soon, or it might already have started at the time of recording, so highly encourage you compete on Summit of Spartans. But let's see how Tunvi does. He last competed in Tournament 25. He failed the half pipe attack, but his personal best was his debut in Tournament 23. Tunvi now heading into the roller coaster. Tunvi with that golden mongoose. Drives down. Catches onto the split rail nicely. Tunvi 101. He's going to approach the twin diamonds. Can he get a good jump here? Tunvi. Second diamond. Yes, he gets a good jump. Almost comes up short of the dismount, but he gets a safe jump. He's also going to use the orange side to make it up the warp wall. And he is on to the pizza party. Eyeing down the third pizza. Makes it on. Fourth pizza. Yes, Tunvi makes it for the pizza party. And onto the spider swing, an obstacle that's been wreaking havoc on our competitors this tournament. Gets really far out, but he corrects his momentum to make it through. And Tunvi's got 25 seconds as he climbs up the floating orbs. Can he clear stage 1 for the first time? Yes, he can! Tunvi, with 17.6 seconds remaining, becomes the 5th competitor this tournament to clear stage 1. Well done, Tunvi. His recent experience of hosting courses has paid off here on his return to Spartan Sasuke. It's been a couple years since we've seen him on this course, but his return was well worth the wait as he makes it through onto the second stage. Congratulations, Tunvi. We'll be seeing you later on this tournament. Let's see if Sakeshi can follow suit. Sakeshi on his 8th appearance. Last competed in Tournament 25. He's been around the jumping community for quite a long time, having competed since the days of Halo Reach. Let's see how Sakeshi does. Sakeshi's been playing a lot of Fall Guys as of late. He loves that game, but let's see if he can do well here on Spartan Sasuke. He's never cleared stage 1 on this course, but he's going to attempt the screwdriver. Can he make it on? Yes, he can. He's approaching the roller coaster now. Stumbling a little bit on the climb up, but he's into the mongoose now. Sakeshi goes for it. Oh, he's all over the place and he loses his balance and he just gets launched off. But after him, August Halo failed the first jump. And then Dat T fails the screwdriver. Checo Black goes out on the butterfly wall. Barkeep Jin makes it very far, but is unable to make it through the spider swing. Jaden's one bus goes out on the floating steps, as well as a red rook and a golden J. And then a fluffy lemon makes it to the roller coaster, but forgets to get out of the mongoose. That was quite silly there. And then Oscar Gonza also goes out on the first obstacle. And that brings us on to competitor number 66, Avals the Samurai. On his landmark 10th appearance on Spartan Sasuke, he's cleared the first stage once before back in Tournament 21, but in the last tournament he failed the Twin Diamonds. So let's see if he can pick up his second clear on Spartan Sasuke today. He has not missed a tournament since his debut in Tournament 19. Avals the Samurai makes it through the butterfly wall and onto the screwdriver. He's running down. Can he make it onto the screwdriver? Gets a safe jump and is across. Avals the Samurai, now 40 roller coaster, gets into his red mongoose. He drives down. Can he get the split rail? Yes, he can. Ooh, a little close there. A lot of momentum on that dismount, but he's on to the twin diamonds and does not get a jump off that first diamond. Goes out on the twin diamonds in back-to-back tournaments. And now we have Halo Fan, who had a very unfortunate run last tournament. He cleared in tournament 26, but in the last tournament, he went out on just the third obstacle, the rolling hurdle. Luckily for Halo Fan, the screwdriver has not been causing a lot of damage so far, so hopefully he can make it further, and hopefully he can pick up his third clear today. A little bit of lag here on the first obstacle. Hopefully that won't come back to bite him later on. Halo Fan, nicely through the butterfly wall. Can he make it further than he did last tournament? Halo Fan makes it onto the screwdriver, and he is onto the roller coaster. Halo Fan, new obstacle, eyeing down the jump. He's gonna slowly approach it, picks up speed, and gets a beautiful landing on the split rail. Very clean by Halo Fan. And he's on to the twin diamonds. We just saw Valves go out here, but Halo Fan makes it through onto the warped wall. Halo Fan not able to get up it in one. Second attempt is good. Halo Fan moves on to the pizza party. Second pizza, he's on it. Third pizza, he does not want to become the pizza's next meal, but he avoids that fate. He's on to the spider swing. Hopefully he hasn't got arachnophobia. Can he make it through? Gets on to the second window. He got through this obstacle a couple of tournaments ago. And he is on to the floating orbs. He's stumbling to get up to that second orb, but he's making his way up now. Fifth orb. Sixth orb. And Halo Fan misses the jump up. Oh, but he saved it on the fifth orb. Come on, Halo Fan. Get up to that sixth orb. Oh, no. He's falling apart. No, Halo Fan is out of time. Oh, no. Halo Fan, I cannot believe it. He had so much time left. That might be one of the worst chokes I've ever seen on this course. He got a horrible jump going up from the sixth orb to the dismount. He saves it on the fifth orb, but he's just not able to make it back up to that sixth orb within the time limit. That is very heartbreaking to see from Halo Fan. He will not be getting his third clear today. That is such a shame. Halo Fan will not be moving on today. And now we move on to the newcomer, Dark Stalker, who's filling in for Shadowrun, who would have been number 68, but sadly, Shadowrun not able to compete today, having some problems with his Xbox. But let's see how Dark Stalker does. Going pretty slow here on the first obstacle. Nothing wrong with that as long as he can make it through, which he does. Dark Stalker running towards the butterfly wall, taking his time, lining it up. He goes for it, gets a safe jump, and Dark Stalker is gonna make the dismount. And he'll move on to the screwdrivers. He seems a little confused here. You gotta hit that button in the middle to activate it. That one on the left, that's just to reset it. Come on, there you go. He's going into the screwdriver, and he comes up short. Tough break for Dark Stalker on the screwdriver. And now we have the worker meme getting quite a lot of love from some of our other competitors. We have Hot Tea, Free, and others. We're gonna jump ahead to the roller coaster. Ooh, leaning a bit to the right there, but the worker meme makes it through the fourth obstacle. This is where he failed last tournament, though. The twin diamonds gets a safe jump, and he makes it further. Can he get his second clear today? He cleared on his debut in tournament 25. He makes it up the warp wall, and he's on to the pizza party. Second pizza. Yes, he's on to the second pizza, taking his time here on the pizza party. Looking into that fourth pizza. Worker meme He is through the new obstacle and onto the spider swing, an obstacle he's never attempted before. Let's see if he can make it through. Oh, his grapple cuts very early, and he does not get really any height for that. Oh, that is very unfortunate. It looked like he wasn't looking up high enough, and it cut his grapple off early. Oh, that is very unfortunate. If he was looking higher, I think he would have been able to keep his grapple engaged. But that is a tough break. But after him, we had Azuka Shikini, who almost made it through the Twin Diamonds, but not quite. Juanito also goes out on that obstacle, as well as Holy Spirit Man. Psychic Phantom, a returning competitor, goes out on the butterfly wall. Loud Guns goes out on the Twin Diamonds. And Gahel goes out on the first obstacle. And now the sun begins to set upon Mount Midoriyama, as 25 competitors are left to take on the first stage. Next up, we have someone who's very familiar with the waters of this stage. Kicking off the final quarter of the field is Gotenks. He is a very skilled jumper with multiple final stage attempts on his belt, but on Spartan Sasuke, he has yet to find success. After 21 attempts at the Spartan Sasuke course, Gotenks has failed stage 1 all 21 times. But what makes his first stage fail sting even more is how many times he's come close to clearing. He went on a 5-tournament streak where he failed the next to last obstacle or the last obstacle of stage 1, including tournament 20 where he couldn't beat the warp wall to clear. It took until his 20th appearance in tournament 26 to get back to the warp wall, but in the last tournament he couldn't make it back as he failed the Twin Diamonds. Considered by many the unluckiest competitor on this course, Gotenks is back for his 22nd attempt. He's not the only person to fail this stage 20 or more times, but considering how many runs he's come so close to reaching the landmine at the end, Gotenks is probably the most cursed competitor in the history of Spartan Sasuke. But can he finally lay the narrative to rest, or will it be the same old story yet again? Gotenks, on his 22nd attempt, is onto the new obstacle, the screwdriver. Gotenks gets a nice jump into it, and he's going to climb up to face the next new obstacle, the roller coaster. Taking his time lining his mongoose up. Can he stick the split rail? Yes, he can. Gotenks eyeing down the Twin Diamonds where he failed last tournament. Can Gotenks make it through? Yes, he gets a nice landing on that second diamond, and he's onto the obstacle he failed a couple tournaments ago, the warp wall. He's gonna use the orange side to make it up, and he's up it in one. And on to the pizza party. Lots of new obstacles on this stage. He's looking to that third pizza. Nice. Fourth pizza. Can he get the dismount? Yes, he can. Gotenks onto the spider swing. We've seen him fail at this position so many times in the past. Ooh, come on, Gotenks, making it a second window. Oh my god, he's on it. Is it finally happening? Is Gotenks finally about to clear stage 1? He's got the time. Please do not pull a Halo fan. Come on, Gotenks. Come on. Yes, Gotenks has finally done it after 22 attempts, 22 tournaments of try, 22 tournaments of frustration. Gotenks is finally moving on to stage 2 after 9 years on Spartan Sasuke. Gotenks, we've wanted to see him succeed for such a long time. I thought when he got to the spider swing that he was gonna go out, considering all the bad luck he's had in the past, but he's finally put all that behind him to clear today. Gotenks will finally be moving on to stage 2, and he's the 6th this tournament to clear for the first time.
Oh my god, that's foreboding.
Bang! Oh, wait, bang!
Oh my god, the power of the
Oh my god!
He went through
History
the thunder.
has been made!
I swear to God, he literally dismounts the 8th obstacle. And he's to the 9th obstacle. It is the biggest bolt of white. And I'm like, oh, that's going to come to the neck. And I swear to God, if you'd have failed the last obstacle, Go Tanks, I would have given you full permission to come to my house and like.
Well, that's a lot of tries and, not passing, but, I just kept on trying, and here I am. So let's start a new streak, of passing stage 1.
I could not have said it better myself. Gotains has finally cleared stage 1. And now let's see if our next competitor, the veteran Sane the Legend, follow up on his footsteps. Sane back for his 16th appearance today. He failed the Twin Diamonds last tournament. Sane has cleared this stage a couple of times in the past. Let's see if he can pick up his 3rd clear today. Sane the Legend has recently hosted a tournament on Halo Infinite, his 5th tournament of hosting. Usually he does only 1 tournament a game, but he's made an exception here on Halo Infinite after recently wrapping up his 2nd tournament on this game. So it's always nice to see Sane hosting courses. He's always coming up with fun, unique ways of making obstacles on not just his course, but like his various jump maps as well. And now he's on to the Twin Diamonds where he went out last tournament. Come on, Sane! No, he comes up short of the 2nd diamond. He could not quite make it in. It looks like he lost a little momentum going into that 2nd diamond, and he just could not make it in. Tough break for Sane, going out on the Twin Diamonds once again. Now we have the hosts of Irish Warrior up next. We have Crown Ferret 19. Last tournament he failed the Sty Hooks. Let's see how he does today. Irish Warrior. It's been hosting a lot of tournaments. 35 at the time of this being recorded. 35th tournament about to premiere next weekend, so hope you check it out next weekend when it premieres. Anyways, Crown Ferret. He has never cleared stage 1 on Halo Infinite. His last success came in the final Halo 5 tournament, so be nice to see Irish do well here today. And Irish climbing up to the roller coaster to face the position he failed last tournament. Crown Ferret takes his time. He's usually not the quickest competitor on these courses, but hopefully he can make it count here. Crown Ferret looking into the Twin Diamonds. Irish makes it through nicely. And onto the warp wall. He put in a lot of practice for this tournament, and he's up and 1. Can he make it count on these later obstacles? He's on to the pizza party. Looking into the 3rd pizza. 4th pizza. Irish eyeing down the dismount, and he's down to 35 seconds as he looks into the spider swing. Taking his time, lining up. He goes for the right side on this first window, taking quite a bit of safe jumps. Goes for the grapple. Can he make it onto the 2nd window? Irish! Yes, he gets a safe jump, and he's just got the floating orbs. He's got time. Come on, Irish. He's on to the 2nd orb. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and Crown Ferret clears stage 1 for the first time on Infinite with 10.9 seconds remaining. Irish is back, ladies and gentlemen. Crown Ferret 19 clears stage 1 for his 4th time on Spartan Sasuke, getting shot at by the fuel rod on the finish there. But Crown Ferret makes it through for his first time on Infinite. He's had quite a bit of bad luck beforehand, but it's nice to see him finally prevail today. Well done, Irish.
Let's go!
Yeah!
They did it! Oh my god!
Let's go,
Irish, he did it indeed. He's moving on to the second stage. And now we have the fan favorite competitor Snoz back for his 26th appearance. Third most appearances of any competitor on this course. And he's also another Tournament 1 OG competing today. Snoz. Hoping to clear stage 1. He put in a lot of practice for this tournament. Him and Irish doing a lot of practice together. Snoz through that. And on to the screwdriver. One of the things that both Irish and Snoz have been doing during practice lately is putting on some good music. And I think it's safe to say that he's got some good music on for this run. As he's onto the roller coaster, the position where Snoz has failed in both the last 2 tournaments. Oh, don't overshoot the dismount there. Oh, that was almost tragic. But Snoz is onto the Twin Diamonds. He was worried about this obstacle, but he gets a beautiful jump off that second diamond. And now onto the warp wall. Another obstacle he's worried about. He's going to use the orange side, and it works for him. He's up it in 1. Snoz onto the pizza party. Looks into the second pizza. Gets it. Looks into the third pizza. Gets it as well. Fourth pizza. Come on, Snoz. Yes, he's through. Can Snoz clear stage 1 for his 3rd time on Spartan Sasuke? He's onto the spider swing. He does not get the grapple. Snoz is out on the spider swing. Snoz, a tough break for him. He missed his grapple. Missed slightly to the left. As we can see here on the replay, yeah, that's how close he came.
No!
Tough break for Snoz. He would have been smooth sailing if he had aimed a little bit to the right there. But now we have Mighty Max 80 back for his 22nd appearance today. Mighty Max had a bit of an unfortunate run last tournament going out on the sky hooks. But let's see if he can make it through. Mighty Max cleared stage 1 in tournament 26. That's his only success on Halo Infinite. Ooh, a little close there on a dismount. His only success on Halo Infinite here on Spartan Sasuke was getting through stage 1. He was the first competitor this era to beat stage 1. So it'd be nice to see Mighty Max get through again. And Mighty Max onto the roller coaster. Let's see if he can make it through this. Mighty Max taking his time lining that mongoose up. Taking a lot of time. He's going for it now. Mighty Max makes it onto the split rail and goes for an early dismount. Mighty Max now for the Twin Diamonds. Can he make it for this? First diamond. Second diamond gets a safe jump. And he makes it through. Now for the warp wall. Mighty Max not able to get up the warp wall in 1. Can he get up it on his second attempt? No, he can't. It's going to take a much larger run up for this 3rd attempt. Oh, it almost worked. He lagged off down there. I don't know why that's been happening to some of our competitors. It's quite unfortunate. And it's really costing Mighty here on the warp wall. He's got less than 30 seconds. He really needs to pick up the pace here on the pizza party. He goes for the second pizza. Third pizza. Less than 20 now. Fourth pizza. He goes too high up on the 4th one and he comes up short of the dismount. Even if he had made that dismount, I don't think he would have had enough time left to clear. And it's just very unfortunate. He was just way too high up on that 4th pizza. He just had to go for it. And unfortunately, it was not enough to make it through. But now we have our first of 6 competitors to clear stage 1 last tournament. We have Caden Wyatt up next. Caden Wyatt, he failed the underpass last tournament, which was a new obstacle back then. Now we're going to jump ahead to the roller coaster. Caden Wyatt gets a good landing on the split rail. He would love to join the 7 others that have cleared already. Caden's definitely got the potential to do that. and he's quickly onto the warp wall. Caden using the left side to make it up in one as he's onto the not the spider swing, that's after the pizza party. Blech. Anyways, pizza party's first. Caden, third pizza, fourth pizza, and now he's onto the spider swing. My goodness. Anyways, Caden, he beat this obstacle last tournament. Can he do it again? Caden Wyatt gets a grapple. Can he land the second window? Gets a safe jump. Not a safe jump, he goes straight for the dismount. Caden Wyatt is onto the floating orbs, taking it nice and easy going up on this climb. And Caden Wyatt is gonna clear again. 18.3 seconds remaining for Caden Wyatt, and he clears stage 1 for the second tournament in a row. That is a very good run from Caden Wyatt, getting congratulations from the crowd. Caden Wyatt, you'll have a chance to get revenge on stage 2 this tournament. Well done, Caden. It was a very clean run all throughout, and he'll be taking his success on to stage 2. And that will bring us into the first new star this tournament, starting with Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame has not had a lot of luck recently. Eternal failed the spider swing last tournament. He timed up on the platform in between the compass cross and the spider swing. But now Eternal's back for his 6th appearance. Made it all the way to the flying bar in tournament 25, the last obstacle of stage 3 that tournament. Hence why he got the promotion to new star in tournament 26. And hoping to finally find some success as a new star. It's been a long time coming, Eternal's next clear, but now Eternal will get his chance to face the roller coaster. New obstacle for everyone, and Eternal gets good control, goes for the early dismount, is going to use that momentum to make the dismount. Eternal Flame onto the twin diamonds, makes it across, and now Eternal Flame will attempt the warp wall. Going for up it in one. He makes it up. Had a lot of struggles with that obstacle last tournament, and it's a much better sign this tournament is making good work of the pizza party. Can Eternal Flame make it through the spider swing? Safe jumping on the first window. Second window goes for a low grapple. Eternal Flame not able to get onto the second window, and Eternal Flame for the 3rd tournament in a row. Eternal Flame goes out on stage 1. Eternal Flame, no, going into the second window, got too far off to the right and just was not able to make it on. Eternal Flame out on the spider swing. And next up, we have a blast from the past. Competing for the first time in 3 years is Sonic Fan. He made his debut in Tournament 17, and like the titular blue hedgehog he's named from, he would quickly find success. Sonic would reach Stage 3 for the first time in Tournament 19, and would do the same in each of the last 3 tournaments on Halo 5, including his personal best in Tournament 22. He cleared Stage 1 again in the first Halo Infinite tournament, but could not do the same in his last appearance in Tournament 24. Sonic would take a 2-year break from jumping after that run, but now the new star is back for his 9th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. Sonic has been looking pretty good since his return to jumping, having gotten back to Stage 3 on H&W and getting first place on the Elite Challenge. But how will he do on his return to Spartan Sasuke, arguably his most successful course? Sonic Fan through the first obstacle and onto the butterfly wall. He makes it through that obstacle he's beaten twice in the past. And now for the screwdriver, Sonic Fan gets the safe jump, and Sonic makes it across and on to the roller coaster. And he go fast here with his Mongoose. Sonic Fan. Yes, he goes for the early dismount. Sonic Fan onto the Twin Diamonds, an obstacle he has never faced before. But he gets a nice jump into that second diamond. Sonic now onto the warp wall. Makes it up in one as he approaches the new pizza party. Looking into the second pizza. Third pizza. Fourth pizza. Come on, Sonic. Yes, he's on it. And now for the spider swing. We just saw his fellow new star Eternal Flame go out here. Can Sonic make it across? Can he get onto the second window? Yes, he can. Sonic Fan gets the dismount. Can he make it up the floating orbs to clear again? It's been a long time since we've seen Sonic, but it looks like he hasn't been away at all. Sonic Fan clears with 19.8 seconds remaining. A beautiful run from Sonic Fan on his grand return to Spartan Sasuke. Sonic Fan making good work of all 9 obstacles on stage 1. And Sonic Fan, it was a very clean run. We will be seeing him on stage 2.
Okay, you
It is
fail.
good to be back.
Yours go.
I will not complain about a run like that.
A very excited Sonic Fan is moving on this tournament.
Tournament 25 was definitely, ages ago, and I got really thrilled when I got to the final stage, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to. And I am going to do something that I don't usually do on jumping courses. I'm a different Tricky Cyrus, and I hope it'll lead me to the end of the first stage.
The next new star to run is Tricky Cyrus. In his debut in Tournament 18, Tricky made it deep into the first stage. His first major success came in Tournament 20 when he came one jump short of reaching the final stage. Since becoming a new star, he would reach the third stage each time he competed. But on his last appearance in Tournament 25, he became the first competitor on Halo Infinite to reach the final stage. But sadly, the celebration was very short-lived, as his run at Destiny came to a very anticlimactic finish. Tricky has missed quite a few tournaments here on Halo Infinite due to some rather unfortunate circumstances, but now the Stage 4 finalist from Tournament 25 returns for another shot at glory. Tricky Cyrus, on his 7th appearance, looks to finish what he started in his last run. He wants another shot as Stage 4 as he's getting shot a ton by the Sentinel Beam. And good luck from the crowd. But first things first, he's got the first stage to get through, looking to clear it for his 5th time. So let's see if Tricky can put on another impressive run here on his return to the course. It's been a couple of years since we've seen Tricky Cyrus on Spartan Sasuke, but he is on to the screwdriver now. Tricky Cyrus runs across, goes for a quick dismount. A little close there, but he makes it through. Onto the roller coaster now. He's going quickly into this as well. Could he potentially be setting his eyes on the fastest time? Let's see if he can make it through the Twin Diamonds. Tricky Cyrus, second diamond. He makes it through, an obstacle he's never faced before. But now he's onto the warp wall. Tricky Cyrus can't get up it in 1, but does get up it in 2. Tricky now onto the pizza party. Tricky Cyrus gets into that 3rd pizza, 4th pizza for Tricky, and he's on to the spider swing. Tricky Cyrus, can he make it through this like Sonic Fan? Yes, he gets the safe jump, sticks that second window, and Tricky Cyrus just needs to make it up the floating orbs. He's going very quickly up this climb, and Tricky Cyrus, with 24.9 seconds remaining, becomes the 10th competitor this tournament to clear Stage 1. We've been seeing a ton of success this tournament, and Tricky Cyrus on his return to the course adds his name to the clear sheet. Tricky Cyrus, a good run all throughout. He's moving on.
The former finalist still has it. Shot!
Yeah.
Everybody shoot him!
Well done, Tricky Cyrus. We will see you on stage 2. Next to take on the course is Super Ninja Jake 2. In his debut in Tournament 20, he became the first competitor wearing number 1 to clear stage 1. Jake would follow that up with 2 more first stage clears on Halo 5, but has not found that same success on Halo Infinite. In the last tournament, he failed the Compass Cross. He then competed in the Guardian Cup as the lowest seeded competitor, but surprised everyone by defeating Smoky Massacre in round 2 and would make it all the way to the final round to become the runner-up. And now, Super Ninja Jake 2 returns for his 7th appearance in hopes to get his first clear on Halo Infinite. Now, the reason he had the lowest seed in the Guardian Cup, as opposed to someone like Wild Sasuke, is because of the 2 tournaments Jake missed on Halo Infinite. And by the way the scoring system, by the way the scoring was set up for the seeding, that's why he had the lowest seed. But he managed to reach the final round despite all that. And now here he is on Tournament 28, hoping to carry that momentum from the Guardian Cup here into this tournament. Super Ninja Jake. On now to the roller coaster. He's going for it. Super Ninja Jake. Nicely through. And on to the Twin Diamonds. Can Jake make it through this? He did last tournament. And he does it again. Super Ninja Jake 2 is onto the warp wall. Jake up the warp wall 1 and onto the pizza party. There is no compass cross that he needs to worry about this tournament, but this obstacle has been pretty tough on some of our competitors. Let's see if Jake can make it through. Jake, dismount. Yes, he's through. He's onto the spider swing with plenty of time on the clock. Taking his time, he goes for the grapple. Super Ninja Jake gets the second window, and Super Ninja Jake 2, as long as he can make it up the floating orbs, he will get his first clear on Infinite. And sure enough, Super Ninja Jake 2 does. He joins Irish on getting his first clear on Infinite, and Jake, with 22.9 seconds remaining, demolishes Stage 1 here in Tournament 28. Super Ninja Jake 2, a clear has been coming. We've been waiting a long time for him to clear, but he finally gets the job done here in Tournament 28. And we will be seeing him move on for the first time since Tournament 22.
Let's freaking go, Jake.
Boy, let's go! Let's go. Holy cow.
Whoa,
That
red
was really
people,
good.
whoa.
Let's go, Jake.
Well done, Ninja Jake. We'll see you moving on. After him, we had Faithful 1 go out on the pizza party. Dom da Bomb, not associated with that Dom, goes out on the floating steps. Like Apples, does not like the roller coasters. Mongoose exploding there. And then Johnson goes out on the next obstacle, the Twin Diamonds. And now, night has fallen upon Mount Midoriyama, with 11 competitors left to take on the first stage in their hopes to join those who have already succeeded. Could our next competitor join them? He is someone with a deep history on Spartan Sasuke. Returning to Spartan Sasuke tonight is the All-Star Flamosaurus. He is one of the original 23 Spartans to compete in the first ever tournament 10 years ago. Flame would quickly find success on Spartan Sasuke as he would get to the third stage on just his third appearance. Flame would be known for his consistency on this course, and after getting first place in Tournament 12, he would be promoted to All-Star. Shortly after, he would go on a streak of reaching the third stage 5 tournaments in a row, which culminated in him reaching the final stage in Tournament 20. Flame made it to the third stage in the first Halo Infinite tournament, but has not made it back there since. In his last appearance in Tournament 26, he failed Stage 1 for only his 7th time. Flame missed the last tournament, marking the first time Flame did not compete since Tournament 6. But now he has returned for his 23rd appearance on Spartan Sasuke. The host of Spartan Ninja Warrior looks to make a comeback after being away for over a year and a half. Can he clear Stage 1 for his 16th time? Flamosaurus. On the floating steps, an obstacle he is very familiar with, as well as the butterfly wall. Flamosaurus, nicely for the first two obstacles, and on now to the screwdriver. Flame makes it on to the screwdriver nicely, and he'll approach the roller coaster now. Flamosaurus, with his red mongoose, eyeing down the jump. Can Flame get it? Ooh, loses a little bit of speed there and does a little Akira slide there. That was interesting. Could have gone real bad, but Flame is on the Twin Diamonds. Can he make it for this? Yes, he can. Flamosaurus is on to the warp wall. Flame not able to get up the warp wall in one. Second attempt is no good. He was worried about this obstacle a couple of tournaments ago, and he's struggling with it now. Flamosaurus needs to make it up soon if he wants enough time left to clear. He's down to 40 seconds. He's got to make it up now, which he does. Come on, Flame, you gotta keep up a good pace now. He's on to the pizza party. He should be pretty good at these type of jumps, considering the obstacle he had on his own course. But he's through that and on to the spider swing. He's never attempted this obstacle before. Can Flame get the grapple he needs? Flamosaurus gets a nice safe jump on that second window, and Flamosaurus just needs to make it up the floating orbs. Come on, Flame. Less than 10 seconds. Stumble there going into the sixth orb. Come on, Flame. Yes, he's up, and he clears with 3.2 seconds remaining. Flamosaurus clears for the first time in over 2 years. Flamosaurus, well done. His return, it is a good one. It was almost a disaster here on the roller coaster. Almost coming up short of the split rail and then doing a little slide there on the dismount. But Flamosaurus, he also struggled with the warp wall, but despite some of the struggles he had on this stage, it is enough for him to move on to Stage 2. Well done, Flamosaurus. We'll see you back on the second stage this tournament. 90 Spartans have taken on the first stage so far. With 12 competitors through to the second stage already, could we possibly see a new Stage 1 clear record set this tournament? It'll be up to our top competitors to make it happen, which includes the remaining New Stars and All-Stars, the 3-time champion Smokey Massacre, and Joey Davis, the winner of the Guardian Cup. Kicking off the final 10 is the next member of the All-Stars.
You know, I'm feeling mild at best about this Stage 1. You know, I've had times on Spartan Sasuke where I've definitely put way more time into it and have been a lot better as a competitor. But you know what? There's a chance, and that's all that matters.
Next to take on the course is Atlantic Champ. Chumpy made his debut in the 5th tournament and would pick up his first clear a couple of tournaments later. After picking up another clear in Tournament 13, he would get to Stage 3 for the first time in the tournament following, where he was the only competitor to make it that far in the 14th tournament. Beginning in Tournament 16, Atlantic Champ would go on a Stage 1 clear streak of 7 clears in a row. This includes Tournament 19, where he reached the final stage. Unfortunately, things have not gone well for Atlantic here on Halo Infinite, as he's only cleared the first stage once in the last 5 tournaments. That clear came in Tournament 25, where he went out on Stage 2. In Tournament 26, he would go out on the top hats, and in the last tournament, he would fail its replacement, the Twin Diamonds. Despite some of the bad luck he's had recently, Atlantic has a chance to turn his luck around here on his 22nd appearance as he aims for his 12th clear on stage 1. Atlantic was the only competitor in the Guardian Cup to clear the 3rd stage and made it all the way to the quarterfinals. So maybe that will help boost the Halo Sasuke host's confidence here in Tournament 28. And speaking of Halo Sasuke, he's currently hosting a new tournament of it, but now he's heading to the butterfly wall, an obstacle he's attempted before. Atlantic on now to the new obstacle, the screwdriver. It's new for everyone. Atlantic heading down. He gets a safe jump, and now Atlantic is onto the roller coaster, climbing his way up. Can he make it through this 4th obstacle? Atlantic taking his time, lining himself up. He's slowly going down, picks up speed. Atlantic gets a nice landing. Well done, Atlantic. On now to the Twin Diamonds. Nicely through onto the warp wall. Atlantic champ. Can he make it up? Does not get a jump here on the 1st attempt. He does on the 2nd attempt though. Atlantic champ onto the pizza party. Looking into the 2nd pizza. 3rd pizza. Yes, looking into the 4th one. Atlantic champ gets onto the 4th pizza. He's got 35 seconds left as he goes for the spider swing. It's been a tough obstacle all tournament long, but can Atlantic get the job done? He gets the grapple. Can he make it onto the 2nd window? Yes, he can. He gets onto that 2nd window, but he's only got 15 seconds remaining. He's got to make it up this last obstacle. Who does not make it up to the 2nd orb? Klaxon sounding, another stumble. All those stumbles is costing him time. Another one. Oh, Atlantic, he's down to 1 second. Come on, Atlantic. Oh no, he misses the landmine and he's out of time. No, Atlantic is out of time. He hits his melee button too early and missed the landmine on his first punch. Atlantic champ was so close to clearing, but it's heartbreak here on stage 1. He was just too slow on these last few obstacles. He was pretty slow on the pizza party and spider swing especially, and he just made too many mistakes here on the floating orbs when he needed to not make mistakes. Atlantic champ, you can see, yeah, he clearly hit the melee button too early, and Atlantic champ once again goes out on stage 1.
Go.
Hurry the up, come on.
Quick, the other way! Oh no. Oh no. I think he did the thing.
Point
four.
No.
That would have been the first punch, man.
He times up by 0.4 of a second. Tough break.
I switched to a game laptop, and it's been really good. It's like I've gone from like 40 FPS on my Xbox One to currently it's 215. It's pretty substantial increase in FPS. It's also made my inputs more responsive. So overall, I'm just feeling a lot better than last tournament. So although, of course, this obstacle behind me, this was what took me out last time, but since it's been nerfed, well, slightly, it's been nerfed, I think I have a really good shot of making it back to stage 2.
Sunny Side Splash, the new star on a new platform. Let's see how he does on his first PC run. He failed the Twin Diamonds last tournament, coming up short of that 2nd diamond. Luckily for Sunny, the Twin Diamonds are slightly easier this tournament. The platform before the 1st diamond has been risen up for this tournament, so it makes getting into that 1st diamond a little easier. But he's got to get there first. He's on to the screwdriver now. Sunny Side Splash. He gets into the screwdriver. Nicely done. Sunny Side Splash. On now to the roller coaster. He's lying down. Can he keep his mongoose in control? Yes, he can. He gets a good landing as well. Can Sunny get his revenge on the Twin Diamonds? first diamond. Second diamond, he is through it. Sunnyside Splash now onto the warp wall. Sunnyside makes it up in one. This guy holds the record for the closest ever Stage 1 finish on Spartan Sasuke, clearing Stage 1 2 tournaments ago with just 1/10 of a second remaining. But he's looking much better on time right now as he approaches the spider swing. He beat this a couple of tournaments ago. Can he do the same here in Tournament 28? Yes, he can. Sunnyside Splash. Plenty of time for the floating orbs. Going up to the 4th, 5th, 6th, and Sunnyside Splash with 26.8 seconds remaining. He's going to set the fastest time so far. Well done, Sunnyside Splash. A tremendous run here on Stage 1. He gets his revenge on the twin diamonds that he failed in the last tournament. And he had a very quick pace all throughout. And he's going to move on to Stage 2 once again. Well done, Sunny.
Let's go. Okay.
That was really clean. Way to go, man.
Yep.
A very clean run indeed for Sunnyside Splash.
I am nervous. It's the mongoose scares me. The spider swing scares me. The time limit scares me. But you know, I have cleared enough, and I've had enough success on this course as is to not be that upset even if I do fail. So I'm just gonna give it my all and put my best foot forward and see what happens.
Pedro Man, the most experienced new star, is back for his 13th appearance on Spartan Sasuke. Can't believe it's already been 13 appearances for him, but he's getting some good looks from fellow new stars Joey and Tricky Cyrus. Pedro Man went out on the spider swing last tournament. He said he was worried about that and the roller coaster. So hopefully Pedro Man can put up a good run here in Tournament 28. He did pretty good in the Guardian Cup as well, making it all the way to the semifinals. Right now, he is on to the screwdriver. Gets a safe jump and jumps across. Can he get through the roller coaster? Can he maintain good control of the mongoose? Taking his time going down. Pedro Man, it's a beautiful landing, and Pedro Man gets through the roller coaster. That is one worry down onto the twin diamonds. An obstacle that has taken out new stars in the past, but not Pedro Man. He is through it in both of these tournaments. And Pedro makes it up the warp wall in one as he approaches the pizza party. Second pizza, he's into it. Third pizza, nicely. Fourth pizza, wonderfully. And Pedro Man is on to the spider swing. This is where he failed last tournament. Pedro will commit to the grapple this time. Pedro Man also makes it onto the second window. Pedro Man, less than 30 seconds for the floating orbs. Pedro Man eyeing down another clear. Taking his time on this climb. He's got plenty of it. And Pedro Man, with 17.7 seconds remaining, makes it through Stage 1 again. Well done to Pedro Man. He was worried about this stage going into this tournament, but he has overcome the fears to make it through and get his revenge on Stage 1. And that is the 14th clear this tournament, and that matches the amount of clears we had in the first Halo Infinite tournament. Pedro Man, he made it happen, and it's a very good run all throughout.
Let's go, Cody Rhodes.
Hey!
Woo!
Yeah!
Let's go. He finished his story.
That is 8th clear, I believe.
Well done, Pedro Man. We will see you back on the second stage.
I honestly never really feel confident, and in comparison to most model runs, I do feel, at least in terms of Stage 1, I do feel overall a bit better. My only real concern is that fourth obstacle, which for some reason I kind of suck at, but otherwise I feel like I'm in the clear.
Gaming Brando back with a much deeper voice this tournament. but he's back for his 6th appearance today. Gaming Brando currently has the longest ongoing Stage 1 clear streak going into this tournament. He's the only person to clear Stage 1 in back-to-back tournaments, but he's through the roller coaster and onto the Twin Diamonds. Ooh, almost overshoots it there, but a nice recovery with the safe jump. Gaming Brando looking to clear Stage 1 for his 3rd tournament in a row. His 4th time overall, if he can get the job done here. He's on to the pizza party. 3rd pizza, gets a good jump. He's getting pretty good jumps all throughout this obstacle, and he makes good work of the new obstacle. Now for the spider swing, he has never failed this before. Come on, Gaming Brando. He makes it through the spider swing, and he's got plenty of time for the floating orbs. He's looking to the final one, and Gaming Brando, a miss on the landmine there, but he does manage to clear with 24.6 seconds remaining. And our established veterans are making very good work of this first stage. He is the 15th competitor this tournament to clear Stage 1, and that is a new record on Halo Infinite. We're only just 2 away from the clear record on this course. And Pedro Man got us 1 step closer to hopefully a new clear record. Well done, Brando. We'll see you again on the 2nd stage.
It feels weird being 25 tournaments old. I do kind of forget I've actually been running this course for quite a while now, besides missing the first 3. But yeah, at least Stage 1 wise, feeling pretty confident. I think everybody is in this tournament, so hopefully I can beat Stage 1. And hopefully beat it for my 50th time.
Making his landmark 25th appearance is Vulcan. He is only the 4th competitor to reach this milestone, having competed in every tournament since Tournament 4. His first Spartan Sasuke success would be his biggest when he reached the final stage in Tournament 7. Despite not making it back to the final stage again, Vulcan has remained one of Spartan Sasuke's top competitors. After another deep Stage 3 run in Tournament 16, he would be promoted to All-Star. In late Halo 5, he would suffer a few hiccups on Stage 1, but would still get deep into the 3rd stage, including the final Halo 5 tournament where he had an impressive save on the cliffhanger, and later on with his 1st place finish in Tournament 24. Unfortunately, he has not made it back to the 3rd stage since then, and in the last tournament, he would suffer a tragic fumble at the end of the backstream. In recent news, however, he had his biggest accomplishment as a Halo jumper.
Go! Go, Vulcan! He's almost there, Vulcan! He hits the landmine! And Vulcan is your 4th Halo Ninja Warrior Grand Champion!
With just above 2/100ths of a second remaining, Vulcan would achieve total victory in Halo Ninja Warrior 31. Vulcan's victory has forever submitted himself into jumping immortality. Now, he looks to do the same here on Spartan Sasuke on his 25th appearance. Vulcan really wants to do well here and pick up some momentum after some rather disappointing runs for his standards. We know Vulcan can get far, but right now he's aiming for his 15th clear on the 1st stage as he's quickly through the floating steps. Vulcan through the butterfly wall as well. Now for the screwdriver. It's a little caught up by the fence there, but he manages to get enough speed to make it through. Vulcan climbing his way up to the roller coaster now. He's done quite a lot of mongoose racing. Let's see how well he can do this obstacle. Ooh, almost loses it there, but he manages to keep it under control despite that. Vulcan onto the Twin Diamonds. Gets a big jump into that 2nd diamond. As he approaches the warp wall, he's going to use the orange side on the right to make it up in 1. And he's on to the pizza party. New obstacle, let's see if he can make it through. 3rd pizza. 4th pizza. Yes, Vulcan He's onto the spider swing, an obstacle he has failed in the past. Let's see if Vulcan can get through it tonight. Goes for the grapple. Goes for the right side, off to the left, and Vulcan, with 30 seconds remaining, approaches the floating orbs. He gets into the third orb, fourth, fifth, sixth, and Vulcan, with 21.6 seconds remaining, makes it through stage 1 again. The new Halo Ninja Warrior Grand Champion gets the job done here on Spartan Sasuke 28's first stage, and Vulcan's landmark appearance will continue on to the second stage. Vulcan, it was a bit of a close call on the roller coaster, but he made up for it on the rest of the stage.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Vulcan did it! He's moving on to stage 2. From one all-star to another, next up is Fireball, one of only 2 men to compete in every tournament of Spartan Sasuke. He has always been one of the best competitors on this course and was crowned as one of the first 5 all-stars. In Tournament 8, he got to the final stage for the first time, and he would continue to put on tremendous run after tremendous run. In Tournament 17, Fireball got first place for his second time. After failing Stage 1 in Tournament 19, he went on a first stage clear streak of 7 clears in a row. This includes his second trip to the final stage in the last Halo 5 tournament, along with another first place finish in the first Halo Infinite tournament. His most recent gold medal came in Tournament 26, but in the last tournament he would shockingly lose his Stage 1 clear streak on the Twin Diamonds. Fireball now looks to put aside his Twin Diamonds fail from last tournament and get his 19th clear on Tournament 28's first stage. If he does clear Stage 1, we will tie the record for most Stage 1 clears in a single Spartan Sasuke tournament. The record was set in Tournament 19, a tournament that Fireball failed Stage 1 in. But will he get the job done tonight? Fireball is always a competitor that loves to go fast here on Stage 1, so we should expect nothing less here on Tournament 28. Fireball onto the screwdriver. He's gonna catch on, goes for a quick dismount, and goes up to the roller coaster. A very experienced mongoose driver. He should be right at home here on the roller coaster. And goes for the quick dismount. And onto the Twin Diamonds. This is where he failed last tournament. Come on, Fireball. Yes, he gets into the second diamond this time. Fireball now approaches the warp wall. Going for kind of a sideways jump there to make it up. And it works for him. Fireball going very quickly here on the pizza party, not stopping at all, and he's got 50 seconds left for the spider swing. He goes for the grapple. Can Fireball get onto the second window? Yes, he gets a safe jump, and Fireball looking to have a sub 30 clear if he can make it up the floating orbs quickly. Fireball, he's up, and with exactly 30 seconds remaining, Fireball is through Stage 1 for his 19th time, and now we have tied the record for most Stage 1 clears in a single Spartan Sasuke tournament. Fireball, he overcame his Twin Diamonds fail from the last tournament, and hopefully this will be the start of a new clear streak for Fireball. He made good work of the entire first stage, and he'll be taking his success once again onto Stage 2.
Honestly, I feel very similar to last time. I was really excited to get that clear and Stage 2 clear for the first time. And getting as far as I did on the vertical limit was a very surprising run for me at the time. But I'm hoping to go even further this time and potentially move on, or not move on, but potentially get to the final stage as long as I put the effort in to do so.
The next competitor to run is Free MMO Direct. Free made his jumping debut in the first Halo Infinite tournament of Spartan Sasuke. After failing Stage 1 again in Tournament 24, his first clear in Tournament 25 would see him set the speed record on Stage 1 and would almost beat the second stage on his first try. He unfortunately failed the last obstacle of Stage 1 the tournament following, but in the last tournament he would finally get to Stage 3 on his 5th attempt at Spartan Sasuke and would make it further than anyone that tournament, going out on the vertical limit burst. And now, because of his success on Spartan Sasuke and throughout Halo jumping as a whole, he has been promoted to the rank of New Star as he enters his 6th appearance on Spartan Sasuke, getting a lot of love from the crowd here at the start line as they all wish him good luck before a big run. Free, more so than any other competitor, has led the charge for the new generation of Halo Infinite competitors, and now he aims to bring his Spartan Sasuke clear record up to 50-50 on what has been until recently one of his weaker courses. And Free's got extra pressure going into this run because if he clears, we will have a new Stage 1 clear record on Spartan Sasuke. Will we get up to 18 clears for the first time? Right now he's onto the roller coaster. Free, another competitor that loves to go fast. He has the speed record on this course. So it's on to the Twin Diamonds. Second diamond, beautiful jump. Free MMO onto the warp wall. The newest member of the New Stars is not able to get up the warp wall in 1, so that might cost him fastest time on Stage 1 this tournament, as long as he can make it through the rest of the obstacles. It is pretty tough this later portion of the stage, but Free makes it through the pizza party. And now, eyeing down the spider swing, goes for the grapple. Second window, yes, a beautiful jump out, and Free MMO is climbing up, and that is a new Spartan Sasuke clear record.
New record!
For the first time on Spartan Sasuke, we have 18 clears on the first stage. Never before has more than 17 competitors made it through this Stage 1, but Free gets the job done and is the 18th competitor this tournament to move on to the second stage.
To quote Fireball, he's inspirational.
Let's go, boys! Let's go! Yes!
That was slow, man.
It was very methodical. Okay, Joey?
That was slow.
It was slow in your turn,
That
but it
was
was very
slow.
methodical run.
Slow.
Some friendly banter between the New Stars, but nicely done by Free.
Not to get excuses in early, but I feel a little rough. I feel I'm coming off the back of a cold, so we got Sick Hunter right now running. So if I fail, that's my excuse in the bag right away. Yeah, obviously last tournament was a huge surprise, and to be rewarded with such a high number, something, I've gotten used to it on Smoky Schools, obviously, but to get it here today is a real honor for me, and I feel like I've got to try and live up to it. I feel reasonably good with Stage 1. It's just really all about not making a silly mistake early on, and then nailing that grapple, and then we'll see if we can get back to Stage 2 again.
The next All-Star to run is Hunter Unit 751, the host of Ninja Warrior of Halo. Hunter is one of 6 competitors in this tournament to have competed in Tournament 1 10 years ago. Hunter's personal best came early on in Spartan Sasuke when he got to the final obstacle of Stage 3 in Tournament 4. After getting back to the 3rd stage in Tournament 8, his next appearance wouldn't come until Tournament 13, and his next success would have to wait even longer. In Tournament 17, he got his triumphant comeback when he reached Stage 3 again. Hunter would continue to consistently get through Stage 1, but would massively struggle with Stage 2, having failed it more times than any other competitor. In Tournament 21, he got his 4th clear on Stage 2, but when the course moved to Infinite, his Stage 2 struggles would only continue. That all changed though in the last tournament with a thrilling finish to get his first Stage 2 clear on Infinite, but sadly Hunter would be the first competitor to fail the first obstacle of Stage 3. Hunter Unit 751 from day one has been one of Spartan Sasuke's most consistent competitors. Just in the last 11 tournaments, he has cleared the first stage 9 of those times, but 6 of these times would see him fail the second stage. Today, on Hunter's 23rd appearance, he looks to do something he's never done before on Spartan Sasuke by clearing the second stage in back-to-back tournaments. But if he wants a chance to do that, he must clear Stage 1 for his 16th time. It might not be his clear record on Halo Ninja Warrior, but it is still a very impressive Stage 1 record on its own, so let's see if Hunter can get the job done again. Hunter onto the new obstacle, the screwdriver, as someone's on top of it. Looks like Elite there. Yeah, both Hunter and Lee have definitely had some banter, friendly banter, but Hunter onto the roller coaster, another new obstacle, gets a beautiful landing, and his years, decades of Mongoose experience paying off there. Now for the Twin Diamonds, taking his time lining it up. He's going for the same technique he used in the last tournament, and it works again for Hunter tonight. As he approaches the warp wall, Hunter Unit using the right side to make it up in 1 as he approaches the last new obstacle, the pizza party. He backs up going into the second pizza, backing up going for the third. He gets it. 4th, good timing there as well, and Hunter Unit down to 35 seconds as he looks into the spider swing. Hunter Unit, he's never failed this obstacle before, goes for a late grapple. Is it enough for Hunter to make it into the second one? Yes it is! He gets the safe jump and is down to 20 seconds for the floating orbs. Into the 3rd orb, 4th orb, 5th orb, 6th, and Hunter Unit, the host of Ninja Warrior of Halo, makes it through with 12.6 seconds remaining. Another textbook performance from Hunter Unit 751 on Stage 1. And there's his fellow all-star Smokey Massacre and Ump Double Ump to congratulate Hunter on clearing Stage 1. Ump unfortunately is not competing in this tournament, but Smokey, he'll be going right after Hunter. But Hunter, it was a tremendous run all throughout. It was a bit of a late grapple here on the spider swing, but that just allowed him to get more control.
Let's try.
Yeah, but if you manage to fail this, you deserve it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's go, Hunter.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Hunter. Moving on once again. Next up is someone who needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyways. The next to last competitor to take on Stage 1 is the legendary 3-time Spartan Sasuke champion and host of Halo Ninja Warrior, Smokey Massacre. He is one of just 2 competitors to appear in every Spartan Sasuke tournament. Like Fireball and Hunter, he is one of the first 5 members of the All-Stars. In Tournament 8, he became only the 2nd man ever to achieve total victory. Smokey remained a top competitor on Spartan Sasuke and would take his success to the next level. In Tournament 13, he became Halo Jumping's first ever 2-time Grand Champion. Beginning in Tournament 16, he would begin what would become the longest ever Stage 1 clear streak on this course. While the 3rd stage would be rough on Smokey Massacre during this time, that would not deter him from pushing himself even further, and his determination would finally pay off in Tournament 25. In the tournament he set the new clear streak, he would achieve a mind-blowing 3rd total victory. Although he lost his clear streak in the following tournament, He got back up last tournament to get his 20th Stage 1 clear and would put on another deep run going out on the vertical limit burst. Achieving total victory on any course is an astronomical feat for any competitor. Getting 2 on the same course is unthinkable, but this man has 3 on just Spartan Sasuke, and who's to say he wants to stop here? Smoky Massacre, the undisputed king of Spartan Sasuke, returns for his 28th campaign at conquering the 4 stages of Mount Midoriyama. And the road to a 4th total victory begins here on Stage 1 as Smoky aims to get his 21st clear on this stage. Now you might be wondering, why isn't he number 100? Well, unfortunately, he did not win the Guardian Cup, but that shouldn't take away from everything else he's accomplished throughout the many years he's been competing. Now, Smoky Massacre on the roller coaster, he is usually worried when it comes to mongoose obstacles, but he's got plenty of experience with them, and he makes it through the roller coaster. Smoky makes it through the Twin Diamonds as well, another tough obstacle, but now Smoky using the right side to make it up the warp wall. And on to the new obstacle, the pizza party, going very quickly here on the pizzas. Could he be eyeing down the fastest time? He's got to make it through the spider swing, the obstacle where he failed 2 tournaments ago. Smoky gets the grapple. Can he make it onto the second window? Yes, he can. Smoky Massacre onto the floating orbs, looking to get clear number 21. Misses that last orb, but he clears with 30 seconds remaining, and that's the exact same clear time as Fireball, and Smoky Massacre becomes tournament's 28th 20th competitor to clear. Smoky Massacre gets the job done again. We wouldn't have expected anything less from the 3-time champion, and Smoky Massacre moves on again.
I will take it.
Well done, Smoky Massacre. We'll see you once again on Stage 2. And now it's time for the Spartan Slayer. The honor this tournament goes to the first obstacle, the floating steps. This is the 4th time the floating steps have appeared in Spartan Sasuke, and every single time it earned the Spartan Slayer. Tonight is no different, as 21 of the first 99 competitors have failed this obstacle. Although it's just the first obstacle, these steps have historically been deceiving, having taken out an all-star in the past. It may not have done as much damage to our experienced competitors, but for these poor 21 Spartans, their first steps were their last. Better luck to them in the future. The 10th anniversary tournament of Spartan Sasuke has produced lots of history-making runs. From the first runner, Fluffy B, there was the feeling that this tournament would produce something special, and we got just that. A record-breaking 20 competitors have cleared Stage 1 so far, 6 of whom cleared for the first time, including Gotenks on his 22nd attempt. And we had no shortage of success after that. These 20 Spartans have produced one of Halo Jumping's most successful first stages. Now we have come to the final runner, hoping to end things off on a high note.
There's some high stakes tournament. The Guardian Cup, obviously, that went down. Halo 5, it was really fun to be a part of. Everybody got to go back to the classic game. Fortunately, I came out the winner, and here we are, number 100, tournament 28. And, you know, I feel, I don't really know. I don't feel terrible, I don't feel good. I'm just kind of in limbo right now on Stage 1. Obviously, I failed in the last tournament, that was very unfortunate. But I'm going to give my best shot as always. If I clear, I clear. If I fail, I fail. But we're going to see what happens.
The final competitor to take on Stage 1 is the new star, Area. More commonly known as Joey Davis, he made his Spartan Sasuke debut in Tournament 19. On just his second appearance the tournament following, he was already getting deep into the 3rd stage. In In Tournament 21, he got to the final stage, but came up short of total victory by less than a second. When Joey returned on Halo Infinite, he would continue his success. He nearly got back to the final in Tournament 25, but was once again denied by the last obstacle of Stage 3. He got back to the third stage in the Infinite Renewal, but in the last tournament, he would shockingly fail Stage 1 for the first time since his debut. In the Guardian Cup, he made it to the final round, beating out Super Ninja Jake 2 to become the Guardian Cup champion. The final stage tower looms in the distance, overlooking the entire course. And now the tower sets its eyes down on our last competitor, the new star Joey Davis. On just his 9th appearance is this tournament's Mr. 100. He is the host of Trials of Achilles, along with Next Level Jumping on Halo 5. Will Joey be able to get revenge on Stage 1 after his heartbreaking fail last tournament? Or will he fail this stage for his third time? Now, Joey Davis, the competitor who's changed his gamer tag more times than any other competitor. Right now, it's Area, although I'm pretty sure he's changed it since he's done his run, so. Now he's onto the screwdriver, going very quickly. He was running into the switch as he was activating it. That was quite interesting. But now he's onto the roller coaster. Can he make it on? And goes for an early dismount. Joey onto the Twin Diamonds, an obstacle that plenty of new stars have failed in the past, but not Joey as he approaches the warp wall. Area up the wall in one as he approaches the new obstacle, the pizza party. Last time we'll be seeing at this tournament. Area onto the 4th pizza, and now for the spider swing. He's eyeing down the first window. He goes for the grapple. Can he make it onto the 2nd window? Yes, he's got 40 seconds left. Could he possibly get the fastest time this tournament? Joey going very quickly up the floating orbs, and that's the fastest time this tournament with 32.2 seconds remaining.
Well done.
And that will bring us to a total of 21 clears on Stage 1 this tournament. It's not quite the all-time Halo jumping record of 22 clears, but it's still an impressive field of competitors moving on to Stage 2. And Area is, Mr. 100 is the last of our competitors to join that list. Well done, Joey. And with Joey's success, we come to the end of an incredible Stage 1. 100 Spartans entered this tournament, and now a record-breaking 21 competitors are moving on to the 2nd stage. Fluffy B, Ravalis, Hot Tea, Spartan Walnut, Ton V, Goataints, Crown Ferret, Caden, Sonic Fan, Tricky Cyrus, Super Ninja Jake, Flamosaurus, Sunnyside Splash, Pedro Man, Gaming Brando, Vulcan, Fireball, Free MMO Direct, Hunter Unit, Smokey Massacre, and Joey Davis all made this first stage the great success that it is. But for this brave band of Spartans, their journey in the 28th tournament has just begun. For 6 of these 21 competitors, this will be their first time taking on Stage 2. How many of our remaining Spartans will overcome the freezing perils of the 2nd stage? The 2nd stage of Tournament 28. A record-breaking 21 competitors are here to take it on this tournament. And we're going to get straight into the action with our first competitor, Fluffy B. Fluffy is one of 2 newcomers this tournament to take on Stage 2. So let's see how he does. He'll have 85 seconds to complete 7 obstacles, and it starts with a Shuriken Strike. Fluffy B going quickly through this first obstacle. and Fluffy B will advance onto the waterfall ladder. There are 6 poles he has to climb up. He has to jump towards the wall and use it to repel you back. He's struggling to get into the 5th bar, but he's up there now. And he's up to the 6th bar and now has to jump out. Ooh, bit of a stumble there, but he is onto the underpass. He's gonna run down, get the grapple. He goes for a high grapple, and Fluffy B on now to the galactic hoops. He's going to run straight into the 2nd hoop. Now eyeing down the 3rd hoop. Fluffy B does not get a jump, and Fluffy B's incredible newcomer performance comes to an end on the 4th obstacle of stage 2. He was unable to get a jump off the 2nd hoop to reach the 3rd hoop, and Fluffy B is out on the 4th obstacle of stage 2. That's our first competitor down, 20 left to go. Up next is Ravalis, the other newcomer to reach stage 2 this tournament. He's off onto the Shuriken Strike. He's going to go quickly across this first obstacle, much like Fluffy B. And now Ravalis is onto the waterfall ladder. He's going pretty quickly up this waterfall, not making any mistakes on that 2nd obstacle. Now for the underpass, he has to go under the wall and then grapple the ring that's behind it, which Ravalis does nicely. And he's on to the galactic hoops. He's also going to send into the 2nd one, but can he get a jump on like Fluffy B? Yes, he can. He gets into the 3rd one, and he's on to the Omega ring. Ravalis gets the safe jump, and he is on to the wind chimes. Going to go into the 3rd one, 4th one, and he's still got 34 seconds for the wall switch. Ravalis is going very quickly here on stage 2, but can he get the job done? He's got 1 wall left to go. Ravalis is going to make history. He is the first newcomer since Buddy Jumps in Tournament 2 to reach the 3rd stage. Ravalis gets it done, and with 19.5 seconds remaining, that was a very fast run from the Frenchman. Vive la France! Ravalis is moving on to the 3rd stage. Well done, Ravalis!
Let's go. That's crazy. I get 2 stage 3 in 2 days.
And we will see you on the 3rd stage, the newcomer, Ravalis. Well, what a great start to the 2nd stage. Let's see if Hot T can have just as much success. He's getting good luck from Tricky Cyrus before his first attempt at the 2nd stage. Drew is off onto the Shuriken Strike. He almost overshoots the first Shuriken. That would have been tragic if he did. But now he is off onto the waterfall ladder, getting a safe jump on the 1st bar. Struggling to get up to that 2nd one. He's up there now. Onto the 3rd bar. 4th bar, he doesn't make it up. He's on there now. 5th bar, another stumble. Hot T having quite a bit of trouble with the waterfall ladder, but he's eventually up and on now to the underpass. Hot T, he's going to get the grapple. Can he make it onto the platform? Yes, he can. Hot T onto the galactic hoops where Fluffy B failed earlier. He's taking his time, he goes for it. Gets a safe jump, but Hot T is out on the galactic hoops. He slightly overshot that 2nd hoop. He got the safe jump, but he had too much momentum and he was unable to pull it back for the recovery. Still a good tournament for Hot T. Hopefully we'll see him back on this stage another day.
Feels great, man. You know, I've been on this course for, this is now my 15th appearance, 14th, and you know what? I really didn't expect to do so well this tournament. I've been very out of practice lately. I've just been very busy. And, you know, in practice I realized that there was kind of a chance. I ran, I got through, and I'm really just, you know, I'm just happy to be here. You know, it's a great course. I love it. And hoping to do well. I'm obviously in the running here on stage 2 in the presence of a lot of great other guys who are probably going to do way better than I am. So for me, this is kind of more of just a participation trophy, but I will gladly take it, and I'm hoping to keep getting back here.
Spartan Walnut has been waiting a very long time for this run to happen. Almost 8 years, but he's finally here on the second stage, taking his time on the first obstacle to Shuriken Strike. Spartan Walnut gets through the first obstacle, and he's onto the waterfall ladder. 6 bars he's got to make it up. Struggling to get up to that second one. He's still struggling. Oh my goodness, Spartan, come on. There you go. He's on to the 3rd bar now. 4th bar, he's doing much better here. 6th bar. Oh, he falls down to the 4th bar. Nice save by Spartan Walnut, but that is going to cost him a lot of time as he prepares to dismount from the obstacle. Another stumble, and he falls all the way down to the bottom. He hit his shoulder, and it pushed him out of the obstacle, and Spartan Walnut becomes the waterfall ladder's first victim. As you can see, he got double pushed by that wall.
Oh, no.
Oh, save it. There you
We're
go.
good.
Fine.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! That stinks.
A tough way for Spartan Walnut to go out on the second stage.
I'm mixed. I'm somewhat confident I can get through this stage, but at the same time, I'm pretty much nervous on failing any obstacle in stage 2. The goal is to get as far as I can and hopefully don't do something utterly stupid that would be not reflect well on my image as a close host and a competitor.
Tunvi, he is off for his 85 seconds. The summit of Spartan's host is picking up the pace here on the remaining shurikens. And he's on to the waterfall ladder. Hopefully he'll make it through. He makes a quick move onto that 2nd bar. Struggling a little to get up to the 4th bar. He's up there now. 6th bar, and he is through the waterfall ladder. He does not make the same mistake as Walnut. And Tunvi on to the underpass. He goes for a nice high grapple. And Tunvi is on to the Galactic Hoops. He goes into the 2nd one. Sticks it nicely. 3rd one. Beautiful jump. Tunvi is on to the Omega Ring now. He's looking to the right. He gets a safe jump, and Tunvi 101 is advancing to the wind chimes. He's going to take a safe jump on this first one. He's got less than 30 seconds. He's going to send the rest of this obstacle. And Tunvi is onto the last obstacle, the wall switch. Can he join Ravalis on the 3rd stage? He gets the first corner wrap. He's onto the 2nd wall. Eyeing down this corner wrap, he gets it as well. Onto the 3rd wall. 10 seconds remaining for Tunvi. He gets the last corner wrap, and Tunvi 101 on his first attempt at the 2nd stage is moving on to stage 3. Well done, Tunvi 101. The summit of Spartan host has done it. I got to stage 3 in his most recent tournament, and he gets to stage 3 in this tournament. Well done. With 4.2 seconds remaining, Tunvi 101 is moving on to the 3rd stage.
Let the jump god! I hail you. I'll tribute you.
Tunvi giving his blessing as he clears the stage.
It feels good to finally get past stage 1 and then finally give stage 2 a try. Got a little bit of practice here, so I'm going to give it my best shot. We'll see how it goes.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to see this run on Spartan Sasuke. On his 22nd appearance, Gotaints is finally taking his first attempt at stage 2. Hopefully he can put up a good run here. He's going to take his time on the first obstacle. He's going to go straight into the 4th one though. And Gotaints is onto the waterfall ladder. We saw Spartan Walnut go out here just earlier. Come on, Gotaints. He can't quite make it up to the 4th bar. It's on there now. 5th bar, 6th bar. Yes, go Taints. He is up the waterfall ladder and onto the underpass. He's going to take his time. He's going to jump down. Can he get the grapple? Yes, he can. Go Taints is through the underpass and onto the galactic hoops. A very tough obstacle. He's going to take his time lining up for the second hoop. Go Taints comes up short of the second hoop. Go Taints did not quite have enough to reach it. It looked like he may have jumped too early. He got a good jump, but the timing might have been just off. And he just is not able to get in.
Yeah,
great run.
That one's a little tough.
A good run by Gotaints. Hopefully it won't take him another 9 years to get back here. After him, we had Crown Ferret 19 on his return to the second stage. Go out on the waterfall ladder, going out even earlier than Spartan Walnut. And then Caden Wyatt improved on his result from the last tournament, but would go out on the Omega Ring. But for Sonic Fan on his return to Stage 2, he made it a success. Sonic Fan managed to clear the stage.
Nice.
You were on this stage. This fourth obstacle.
Let's go.
Yes, take that. Yeah. You.
Well, I think it's safe to say that he's excited about clearing. Well done, Sonic Fan. With 6.4 seconds remaining, he's moving on. And now we have the other returning new star, Tricky Cyrus.
Everyone get on, everyone get on.
Uh-oh. And we all die.
Well, hopefully Tricky's run will go much better than that intro. Tricky Cyrus with his 85 seconds, taking a save jump here on the first one. He was close to already being over there, but he's gonna take his time here on the Shuriken Strike. Spending about 15 seconds on that first obstacle. It is safer to take your time, but it doesn't leave you with nearly as much time for the rest of the obstacles, so he's got to make it count here on the waterfall ladder, which he does nicely. Tricky Cyrus on now to the underpass. Great camera work. Anyways, Tricky Cyrus gets a good grapple, and he's going to stick the landing. Tricky Cyrus onto the galactic hoops. We've seen a few competitors go out here. He gets a safe jump on the second hoop. A little close there on the safe jump. Can he get into the third one? It's a little close there as well, but Tricky makes it for the galactic hoops. And now for the Omega Ring. Tricky, he has faced this obstacle in the past, and he's going to beat it again. And now for the wind chimes, another familiar obstacle for Tricky Cyrus. Maybe not in this game, but he makes it through. And now for the wall switch, an obstacle he's never attempted before. He gets the first corner wrap. Second corner wrap, can he get it? Yes, he can. Less than 10 seconds. He needs to make this third corner wrap. And he does. Tricky Cyrus, once again, clears the second stage. And with 3.9 seconds remaining, he is the fourth competitor this tournament to clear, getting shot by the Sentinel beam from the crowd. And he gets launched into the sky and gets evaporated in the water. A brilliant run from Tricky Cyrus. He has never failed stage 2 on this course, and he keeps that streak alive. Even though he had a close call on the galactic hoops, he made it count.
Hey,
Tricky!
And Tricky has a chance to get through the third stage.
Feels very good to be back. Took me quite a while to get back here, basically through some bad luck on stage 1, but from doing this well in the Guardian Cup, and now having that success bounce into my performance here. It got me through stage 1. Don't see why it can't get me far on stage 2.
Super Ninja J2 has had some quite unfortunate runs on Halo Infinite, but that has changed today. He is finally on stage 2 for the first time on Infinite. First time since the last Halo 5 tournament. And now Super Ninja J2 taking a safe jump here on the waterfall ladder. A little close call there. And he's still struggling to get up to that second bar. Third bar, another slip. Oh no! Super Ninja Jake, it is all falling apart here on the waterfall ladder. He needs to make it up now, which he does. He is down to 52 seconds. He's gonna need to pick it up here on the rest of the stage. He goes for the grapple on the underpass, which he gets nicely. Now for the Galactic Hoops. Super Ninja Jake into the second one. Gets a safe jump, having to take another one there. Eyeing down that third hoop. Jake gets another safe jump and now is on to the Omega Ring. He's failed the metal spin in the past and he's unable to set a personal best today. Super Ninja Jake out on the Omega Ring. This obstacle replaced the metal spin in the first Halo Infinite tournament, and Super Ninja Jake 2 misses the jump onto it. He comes up short.
Come on.
Oh, no, I jumped too early, I knew it.
A tough break for Super Ninja Jake 2 on the Omega Ring. And now we have the All-Star Flameosaurus back for his first attempt at this stage since Tournament 25. He's hoping to beat this stage for his first time in 3 years. He hasn't been to Stage 3 since the first Halo Infinite tournament. Let's see how he does on his 16th attempt at this stage. There's a lot of attempts on this stage, and now he's on to the waterfall ladder. Does not need a safe jump. He is going very smoothly up the ladder, looking like a seasoned pro, and he's on to the underpass. Flameosaurus is going to run down, gets the grapple, and he's gonna make it across. Flameosaurus onto the position where he failed in Tournament 25. He's onto the Galactic Hoops, gets that second hoop. Third hoop, Flameosaurus can't get the third hoop. Flameosaurus once again out on the fourth obstacle of Stage 2. It is an improvement over his last run, but only by a couple of jumps. Flameosaurus unable to get into the third hoop. He did not get far enough on his jump. And Flameosaurus, his next attempt at the third stage, will have to wait a little longer. He is out on the Galactic Hoops.
I've been clearing really consistently in practice, although I think there's two obstacles that I think are the most difficult. The wall switch, because it's the last obstacle, obviously it's going to be difficult, but also these galactic hoop things. Honestly, they're to me they're easier than the original hanging hoops, although that's probably because I got a new computer and there's just more frames and all that, but still. This is an obstacle that's meant to be taken seriously and all that.
Sonny, he knows the dangers of the Galactic Hoops, and he's there right now. He's already improved on his previous attempt on this stage. He failed the third obstacle in Tournament 26, and he's through the Galactic Hoops and onto the Omega Ring. He has beaten this obstacle in the past, and it's no troubles for him. Now for another obstacle he's beaten before, the wind chimes. He beat this obstacle on his first clear at this stage back in Tournament 21, and he's one obstacle away from getting back to the third stage. He's on the wall switch now, going for the second corner wrap. He gets it, third corner wrap, come on Sonny. Yes, he gets the third corner wrap, and he clears with 13.8 seconds remaining. Well done, Sonny side splash. Heading back to Stage 3. Well done. This is fourth clear at the stage. And he gets through the Galactic Hoops. That's been causing a lot of troubles for our competitors. It did not phase him. And he gets the corner wraps on the last obstacle to advance.
Let's go! Okay!
Nice!
Woo! First time clearing on this era. I'll take it.
His first clear on this stage in 2 years. Well done, Sonny.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm happy to beat Stage 1. I'm not gonna be that sad if I fail here. I could fail the first obstacle, I could fail the last obstacle. Really, I have no idea how I'm gonna do. We're just gonna have to wait and find out. But, you know, I gotta have some confidence in my abilities, and hey, maybe I can make my way through to Stage 3.
Pedro Man's quite worried about this second stage. The last time he cleared it was in Tournament 23, the first Halo Infinite tournament. I would love to see Petrillo make it back to Stage 3. He certainly is capable of doing so. Hopefully he can get the job done. He's going very quickly up the waterfall ladder, and now onto the underpass. Pedro Man is gonna drop down, go for the grapple. It's a bit of a low one, but he makes it across. And now for the Galactic Hoops, where he failed 2 tournaments ago. Pedro Man goes into the second hoop, and once again, Pedro Man down on the Galactic Hoops. He has failed it again. It's the same mistake. He just did not have enough to reach the second hoop. That is well and truly unfortunate to see him go out there again.
You got this.
No.
And Pedro Man's second stage curse will continue too longer. And now we have Gaming Brando up next. We have 7 competitors left to go. And Gaming Brando, can he overcome his stage 2 curses? He's made it to the last obstacle in both the last 2 tournaments, but he's failed it in both of the last 2 tournaments. Hopefully he can get there and make it 3rd time's the charm. Going quickly through the Shuriken Strike. And now for the waterfall ladder. Not able to get up to that second bar in the first try, but he's going pretty well on the rest of the jumps. Nicely done. Gaming Brando quickly onto the underpass. He's going to jump down, get the grapple, much like last tournament. And now for the Galactic Hoops, where Pedro just failed. Come on, Brando. He gets a safe jump on the second hoop. Can he get the third one? Yes, no safe jump required. And he's on to the Omega Ring. He goes for the right side, goes straight for the dismount, and now for the wind chimes, an obstacle he's never attempted before. Quickly into the 3rd chime, 4th chime, and here it is. His demon obstacle, the wall switch. He gets the first corner wrap, gets a safe jump onto the second wall. He gets the second wall. Now for the wall he failed last tournament. This last one, come on Brando. He gets a safe jump, and Gaming Brando, it's 3rd time's the charm on the wall switch. And with 12.3 seconds remaining, Gaming Brando is moving on to the 3rd stage. Well done. It's his 4th attempt on the stage overall, but it's 3rd time's the charm on the wall switch. Well done, Gaming Brando, finally overcoming stage 2. He's always had that potential to get deep, and he's made it count here in Tournament 28. Gaming Brando, for the first time, moving on.
GG's. Let's go.
GG's, Brando. We'll see you on stage 3. But sadly, we will not be seeing Vulcan on stage 3 as he went out on the 4th obstacle, the Galactic Hoops. But for our next 2 competitors, they were able to find success. Up next was Fireball, who cleared with 19.8 seconds remaining to move on to stage 3 for his 14th time. And then after him, we had Free MMO Direct on his 3rd attempt at the stage, was able to beat it back to back.
Oh my god. I mean, how fast? How much time do you have left?
18.6 seconds remaining, Snoz. He is fast.
Well, happy to clear stage 1 again. That's always the goal every tournament, at least. And I didn't realize this until actually after I cleared, but I think this now puts me 3rd all time for stage 1 clears, behind Smokey and Fireball, who obviously perfect attendance and absolute legends. So to get that milestone is pretty sweet. As for stage 2, I beat it last time, but I do feel like there's a lot of things that went my way in the last tournament, that little bit of good luck. I definitely can do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I mess up. But I'm gonna, keep focused, try to nail every jump, and not make any silly mistakes. And then we'll see what happens.
This is a big run for the Ninja Warrior of Halo host. Hunter Unit tries to go for back-to-back on stage 2, something he's never accomplished on this course. And now he is onto the waterfall ladder. He has beaten all the obstacles on this stage in the past. Hunter going very smoothly up the waterfall ladder and onto the underpass. Hunter taking his time. He's going to walk off the platform, going for a really late grapple. Almost too late, but he makes it count. He's onto the Galactic Hoops. Taking his time going into this obstacle. He's going to go straight into the second one. No safe jump required. Hunter nicely into the third one. He is going to safe jump that. And now for the Omega Ring. He eyes down the right side. Hunter getting the safe jump. And he's down to just 30 seconds as he goes into the wind chimes. This is the obstacle he's failed in the past. He failed it in Tournament 19, but Hunter, he gets through it today. Less than 20 seconds as he goes into the final obstacle, the wall switch. Hopefully he can keep up a good pace to clear. Hopefully he won't time up. Less than 10 seconds as he eyes down the third wall. He gets the last corner wrap, and Hunter Unit, with 3.1 seconds remaining, gets the job done. Hunter Unit, for the first time, is going to stage 3 in back-to-back tournaments. It was only a matter of time. We've waited 10 years to see it happen, but he finally got it accomplished. It was almost a disaster on the underpass. He almost waited too long, but Hunter Unit, he gets through that, and he gets through the wind chimes that he failed in Tournament 19 and the Guardian Cup. And Hunter Unit is moving on.
Wow. I can't believe that. The man waits forever to get a stage 2 clear on Infinite, and then he gets 2 in a row. What's going on? Oh, no, I can get back.
Well done, Hunter Unit. The All-Star moving on to stage 3.
Stage 2, I feel pretty good to be back here. I think these obstacles, they were super tricky. Anytime that you're on a second stage and you have to hit such an accurate grapple and make all these perfect jumps, like on the Galactic Hoops, the jumps like that, they're so scary. You have to be so precise and so perfect that I'm going to give it my best shot. I really want another crack at stage 3, but this stage 2 stands in the way right now, and I'm just hoping to get through it.
Smoky Massacre, much like Hunter Unit, beat this stage in the last tournament. Smoky Massacre on his 21st attempt at this stage, aiming to clear it for his 19th time. Smoky Massacre struggling a bit getting it up to that second bar, and he's struggling a little more going into that third bar. A little bit of struggles here on the waterfall ladder, but the rest of the obstacle goes smoothly. Smoky now onto the underpass. He's gonna go for the same technique as Hunter Unit, and Smoky gets a nice swing across. On out to the Galactic Hoops. He was worried about this obstacle. Can Smoky make it through? It's a good jump onto the second hoop. A beautiful landing into that third hoop. Gets those nice big jumps. And now for the Omega Ring. Smoky going straight for the dismount. And now for the wind chimes. He goes into the second chime, third chime, fourth chime, and Smoky is onto the wall switch. Last obstacle, standing between him and his 19th clear at the stage. Going quickly on this last obstacle. Smoky Massacre, was there any doubts? He is through with 9.5 seconds remaining. Smoky Massacre once again beats stage 2. He had a little bit of struggles here on the waterfall ladder, which ultimately led the klaxon to sound, but it was smooth sailing throughout the rest of the stage. Business as usual for Smoky Massacre, and once again, he's moving on.
Nice. Oh, God. I had a meltdown on that waterfall thing, but...
Well done, Smoky Massacre, once again moving on to stage 3.
Stage 1 felt like butter to me. It felt really good. I one of the cleanest stage 1 runs I've had in Infinite. Stage 2, kind of the same as stage 1. I don't know what to expect. The stage is relatively similar to when I attempted it in 26, but anything can happen. I'll see how I can do.
Joey Davis, the last competitor to run Stage 2. If he clears Stage 2, we will have a new clear record on this stage. Smoky Massacre, he tied the record just in the last run, and Joey going very quickly up the waterfall ladder. A bit of a stumble going to that 4th bar, but he makes it up the rest of the obstacle. And now Terraria onto the underpass, an obstacle he's not attempted before, but he gets a nice grapple on that ring. Now for the Galactic Hoops, an obstacle he has beaten 2 tournaments ago. He gets onto the 2nd one, 3rd one, Joey Davis. He is through the Galactic Hoops and onto the Omega Ring. A lot of people choosing to use that right side of the Omega Ring. And he's onto the Wind Chimes, an obstacle he's beaten in the past as well. And now just one obstacle away between him and another clear. And he's going very quickly here. He's looking for the fastest time. And that is going to be a new clear record on this stage as well.
New record!
With 21.7 seconds remaining, Joey Davis moves on to Stage 3, and for the first time in Spartan Sasuke history, we have 11 competitors moving on. Joey Davis makes good work of all 7 obstacles on this stage, despite a stumble on the waterfall ladder. That was about the only mistake he made on this stage. Well done, Joey. We will see you on the 3rd stage. And that will bring an end to the 2nd stage. Just like Stage 1, a new clear record has been set. 11 of the 21 Spartans that attempted Stage 2 will be moving on. Ravalis, Ton V, Sonic Fan, Tricky Cyrus, Sunnyside Splash, Gaming Brando, Fireball, Free MMO Direct, Hunter Unit, Smoky Massacre, and Joey Davis will continue their fight into the 3rd stage. For 3 of our 11 remaining Spartans, this will be their first attempt at the 3rd stage, while 5 of our remaining competitors have beaten this stage in the past. Will anyone defeat the 8 brutal obstacles of Stage 3 to advance to the final stage? The 3rd stage, the Gauntlet of Hell, stands between our 11 competitors and a potential trip to the final stage. Could we see the final stage attempted for the first time this era? It'll be up to our 11 competitors to make it happen, beginning with the newcomer, Ravalis. It is such an impressive feat for a newcomer to make it this far. It is very rare to see a newcomer on the 3rd stage, but Ravalis is the first one since Buddy Jumps to make it this far. He's got 8 obstacles, no time limit, beginning with the Eyes of Sauron. It's now the first obstacle instead of the 3rd one, and he's quickly through the Eyes of Sauron. 1 obstacle down, 7 to go. Up next, the pole twist. 6 poles he's got to wrap around. Ravalis gets a safe jump on that 2nd pole. This is a very tough obstacle. You gotta take your time with each jump. These jumps are meant to be taken very seriously. And he's doing pretty good here on the pole twist so far. He's onto the 5th pole. 1 more left for the Frenchman. And Ravalis beat the pole twist. He gets a safe jump, now eyeing down the dismount. And he's there. And now for a new obstacle, the Infinity Stones. The 6 stones. He's got to channel his inner Thanos here on this obstacle. He's got to run into the pole and then use that momentum to reach the next stone. He's on to the green one. 1 more left to go for Ravalis. He gets a safe jump and he's through the new obstacle. And now for a tough one. The demonic cliffhanger. 12 ledges from hell. He gets a safe jump on the 2nd ledge. A little uncomfortable here, but he's now going for the third ledge. It's another safe jump, and now for the first moving ledge. This one moves up and down. He's got to get the timing just right. Ravalis eyeing down that fourth ledge. He goes for it. He gets the timing nicely, and he is on to the fifth ledge now. Now has to do the 90-degree jump onto the sixth ledge. He's got that. Now for a big sprint out to the seventh ledge. He's going to use the edge of the there to make it, and now the first corner wrap. Can Ravalis get it? Yes, he can! Ravalis makes the first corner wrap. Now for the next moving ledge. This one moves in and out of the wall. He gets the 9th, 10th ledge. Ravalis now for the second corner wrap. It's the same as the first. He goes for it, and he swings wide, and Ravalis is out on the demonic cliffhanger. Ravalis's impressive newcomer performance comes to an end on the 11th of 12 ledges on the demonic cliffhanger. What a valiant effort from Ravalis, but it's not quite enough to make it through the demonic cliffhanger. Oh, we are off to a pretty strong start here on the third stage. We are down to our final 10 competitors. Up next, Tunvi 101, the host of Summit of Spartans, will get his first attempt at this stage. Tunvi has not really made it to stage 3 on a lot of courses, so this will be an interesting experience for Tunvi to see how far he can go on this third stage. He is going to full send the eyes of Sauron, much like Ravalis. And he's on to the pole twist. Taking his time getting into that first pole. He's lining himself up for the second pole. Tunvi 101 gets a safe jump on the second pole. Taking his time. Taking a bit more time than Ravalis lining himself up. He wants to make sure that he can get these jumps perfectly. There is no time limit for a reason. And now, looking into the fifth pole, the pole twist. He is there, gets a safe jump. One more left for Tunvi 101. Can he get this last pole? Yes, he can. He gets the safe jump. And he is through the second obstacle. Now for the Infinity Stones. It's a new obstacle for everyone this tournament. Can Tunvi get through it much like Ravalis? He gets a safe jump on the red one. Heading into blue, he gets it. Trying to build up that momentum. Nicely. Looking into the fifth stone. He gets that one. One more left for Tunvi 101. And he gets a safe jump. Just needs to dismount. And now he's on to the demonic cliffhanger. Can he overcome it? Eyeing down that second ledge. Tunvi does not make it into the second ledge. And Tunvi 101 becomes the demonic cliffhanger's next victim. He did not get a very good jump going into that second ledge, and he comes up well short of his target.
Yeah, so on the second ledge, I didn't go out enough. I guess that's all I to it. It's still pretty much as good as one could be. I was hoping a little better going at the was trying to do the corner wrap, but hey, I'm happy. I made a cliffhanger. I'm happy.
A good run from Tunvi, but it comes to an early end on the demonic cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's my first stage 3 on Infinite, which is absolutely fantastic. I did not expect to get this far, and so we're really in the I'm fully expecting to get last place on this stage. I could fail the first obstacle for all I care. I'm just happy with being here. If I get to the cliffhanger, that's probably my realistic maximum. So absolute best case scenario, I get there. But honestly, we're just along for the ride at this point. I'll take anything as a win.
Sonic Fan is back on stage 3 for the first time since Tournament 22. Last time he got here, he set a personal best, so should be quite interesting to see how he does. here on the third stage. He's going to take his time on the first eye of the Eyes of Sauron, and the second. He's going for a much more careful approach on this first obstacle. Sonic Fan makes it through the Eyes of Sauron, and now for the pole twist. No one has failed this obstacle yet on Spartan Sasuke, but it's always such a tough obstacle. A lot of people usually quite worried about this obstacle going into a run. Sonic Fan is onto the third pole, the pole twist. Looking into that fourth one. Sonic Fan nicely into the fourth one. Looking into that fifth one now. Sonic Fan. He's got one more left to go to get through this obstacle. Come on, Sonic Fan. He gets the safe jump. And Sonic Fan through the second obstacle. And he's crouching, he's celebrating. But can he make it through the new obstacle, the Infinity Stones? Sonic Fan onto the Soul Stone, eyeing down the Reality Stone. Sonic Fan does not get a jump, and Sonic Fan becomes the first victim of this new obstacle. He did not get a jump off the Soul Stone, and Sonic Fan's impressive comeback comes to an end on the third obstacle of Stage 3.
Go play.
Oh,
Never
stupid
mind.
way to fail. Whatever. Honestly, that's
that was
fine.
a great
I'll
run, though.
I'll accept
Well
a
done.
3.3.
Yeah.
He may have pressed his button too late. If you do, you won't get a jump at all. And Sonic Fan becoming the victim of the Infinity Stones. Well, next up is someone who beat this stage on his last attempt at it. It is Tricky Cyrus. And some people are kind of expecting that he could do it again this tournament. But there's just so many tough obstacles to get through. And if he clears this stage on his first attempt at the course in 2 years, that would be quite something. Let's see how far Tricky can make it today. Tricky Cyrus going for full send on the Eyes of Sauron. His fifth attempt at this stage, and he's on to the pole twist. He goes quickly into the second pole, going much quicker on this early portion of the third stage. But as long as he can make each jump, that's the important thing. He's got to lock in here on the pole twist. He has his eyes set on the final stage, but he needs to take each jump one at a time if he wants to make it happen. And now onto the Infinity Stones. He's onto the Soul Stone, into the Reality Stone, onto the Space Stone, onto the Power Stone. He gets it. Time Stone, nicely. One more left. Onto the Mind Stone. And Tricky Cyrus is through the Infinity Stones and is on to the Demonic Cliffhanger. He gets a nice jump into that second ledge. Going quickly down into the third ledge. Tricky has never failed a cliffhanger on Spartan Sasuke, but this Demonic Cliffhanger is such a totally different beast compared to the lunatic cliffhanger he's faced in the past, and he's on to the fourth ledge. Tricky Cyrus quickly into the sixth ledge, eyeing down the big jump to the seventh ledge. He's going pretty far, much like Revalis, but he makes it through. Now for the first corner wrap. How is he with these types of jumps? Good enough to make it for the first one. He's taking his time lining up for that ninth ledge. He's waiting for it to move out enough. And he's on to the 10th ledge. Can he get this second corner wrap? Yes, he can. And now for the 12th ledge. This one moves back and forth. He's got to get the timing absolutely perfectly. He goes for it. And Tricky Cyrus gets on the 12th ledge. But can he get the dismount? You cannot sleep on this jump. It is so tough. He needs a lot of speed for this. And Tricky Cyrus defeats the Demonic Cliffhanger.
For it, first try.
Hey.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Keep it rolling.
Halfway there, man.
He knows that there's still a long way to go here on this third stage. Up next, arguably the toughest obstacle on this stage, the vertical limit burst. This obstacle was introduced 2 tournaments ago. It was redesigned last tournament. It was not defeated before. Can Tricky be the first for this obstacle? He sticks the second ledge. That is insane. He goes up to the third ledge. There are 10 ledges in total. They're such tough jumps, and Tricky Cyrus cannot get the drop onto the 4th ledge. Tricky Cyrus puts on his worst stage 3 run, but it is such a tough obstacle. He just failed. Going down into this 4th ledge, he just could not get into it. He was so close too, he just couldn't get a jump off. That's unfortunate.
No! No! Ugh, I really wanted to beat the first dude.
That was really good run.
I'm not gonna lie. In practice, for some reason, I kept struggling with that 4th jump. I don't know what was up with me, but I think it was a very clear indication that I probably was gonna fail that jump, and what do you know? It happened. Overall, I think just stepping on that start line at the beginning of stage 1 was already an achievement for me, considering what's been going on in my life. But I've had a recency of vertical limit. I failed it on Halo Ninja Warrior, and now I failed the burst here. I really hope. I was really looking forward to get back to the final stage again, but you know, on the bright side, at least I kept all my streaks intact. Never failed a finger. Kept my 100% stage record alive. I'm really happy, but I am grateful, and thank you very much, Rog.
Tricky Cyrus going out 1 jump earlier than Free last tournament. Well, he put on a good run, but it wasn't good enough to clear, unlike his last attempt. But now, another competitor who has beaten this stage in the past, it is Sunny Side Splash. Sunny beat this stage in Tournament 22, the final Halo 5 tournament. Last time he got here in Tournament 25, he failed the cliffhanger. It is a much tougher cliffhanger than the one he previously failed. So let's see if Sunny can get back there and hopefully beat this one. His 4th attempt at the 3rd stage, and he's through the Eyes of Sauron. He's heading really far off the edge going into this first pole, but he gets a safe jump into the second pole of the pole twist. Sunny Side Splash. Look into that 4th pole. The new star doing pretty well on this second obstacle so far. Can he get this jump out to the last pole? Sunny Side Splash gets a safe jump and goes across for the dismount, and now for the Infinity Stones. It's on to the Soul Stone. He gets onto the Reality Stone nicely. Now eyeing down the Space Stone. Onto the 3rd one. Can he get onto the 4th stone, the Power Stone? Yes, he can. Onto the Time Stone. 1 more left for Sunny Side Splash. He's on the Mind Stone, and he is through the obstacle. And now for the Demonic Cliffhanger. Can he get through it? No, he cannot! He is out on just the 2nd ledge, much like Tunvi. Sunny Side Splash. It looked like he had a better jump than Tunvi, but he swung very wide to avoid the wall. But it's too wide, and he's unable to catch back.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, at least I got
Damn.
there. I'll take it. Honestly, I kind of just went too far wide on that second jump, since like those 2 ledges are separated by like a gap. You can't really go straight because you'll hit the wall, so you had to go a little bit to the right and then curve back in. I went a bit too far, so I undershot the jump. Honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that. I got my goal. I got to stage 3 for the first time since 25. And I definitely think I can do better next time. I can probably just get a little bit farther on the cliffhanger, maybe even get to the vertical limit on the next tournament. So yeah.
Sunny Side Splash going out early on the Demonic Cliffhanger. Well, that is 5 competitors down, 6 are left to hopefully bring this 3rd stage down. And up next, the last of our competitors taking on this stage for the first time, it is Gaming Brando. It took him 4 tries to get through the 2nd stage, and now here he is on his first attempt at stage 3. He's got no time limit. And here he goes onto the Eyes of Sauron. Going quickly into the 4-5, and he's through the first obstacle. Gaming Brando onto the pole twist. He almost comes up short of that second pole, but he gets out into the third pole. Fourth pole gets another safe jump. These are not easy jumps. He almost messes up on the fifth one, and he goes for a quick dismount, and he's onto the Infinity Stones. From the Soul Stone to the Reality Stone. Reality to space. He gets it. Space to power. Nice. Power to time. Gaming Brando. One more. Can he get from time to mind? Yes, he can. Gaming Brando is through the Infinity Stones. And now for the demonic cliffhanger. We just saw Sunnyside Splash go out here. Please do not mess up this jump to the second ledge. It's already taken out 2 competitors, but not Brando. He's getting the safe jump on that second ledge. Brando, a nice jump out to the third ledge. Now sets his eyes on the moving ledge. And Brando gets the timing. He goes for it. Brando can't get onto the 4th ledge of the demonic cliffhanger. He jumped too late. With his timing, he jumped too late. It was already moving up by time he reached the 4th ledge. If he had gone just a little earlier, I think he would have had it.
Ah! Thought I had it.
Miscalculation on the timing cost him here on stage 3.
I'm here. I'm happy to be here. You know, stage 2 went really smooth, just as stage 1 did. I mean, 14 times on stage 3, 28 tournaments, 50% to be on stage 3 is a pretty incredible feat, I would say. I'm happy to achieve that. But as far as this stage 3, man, it's tough. I don't know if it's tough. I don't know if I'm washed. I don't know what's going on here. But this is a tough stage 3. I would love to get to the cliffhanger. I feel like I can put on a pretty good run if I get to the cliffhanger. If I get through the cliffhanger, I'm going to say a prayer, cross my arms, do whatever I need to do, but it's going to be a fun run after that. If I don't get to the cliffhanger, I'm going to be slightly disappointed, but I'm always happy to be on stage 3, and hopefully I can put on a good run.
It's absolutely crazy that Fireball has been here in exactly half of the Spartan Sasuke tournaments. But here he is on his 14th try at the stage. Fireball is someone who always loves to go quick on the 3rd stage, so he should make pretty quick work of the pole twist. He got 1st place last time he made it to the stage. He went out on the 11th ledge of the demonic cliffhanger 2 tournaments ago. So let's see if Fireball can make it further. He'll have to if he wants another 1st place this tournament. But can he get through the new obstacle, the Infinity Stones? He's on the 2nd stone, 3rd one, making very short run-ups. It's a little risky, this strategy, but Fireball is making it work. And he's through the Infinity Stones. He's shooting those stones. He's quite relieved to get through the early obstacles. But now for a tough one. The demonic cliffhanger, and once again, another competitor out on the 2nd ledge. What is going on with our competitors and the 2nd ledge? Fireball, he did not make it up. It looks like he swung wide. Fireball, that is unfortunate to see.
Oh, I suck at this video game.
As soon as you use that dreadful voice of yours, to
I
say
did.
it was,
I
we
got
knew it was
excited.
over.
I got excited. I
As soon
got
as he
comfortable.
went, did, it's like into the water.
And this cliffhanger is wreaking havoc on our competitors.
I feel pretty good considering none of the obstacles have really changed. Some just been moved around more than others. Honestly enough, I put a lot of effort into the stage to get to the point I'm at, so I'm hoping I can put it all together and get to the final stage.
3 MMO, honestly one of the most expected to get to the final stage this tournament, and what the heck?
I've been attacked! Let's go! Happy birthday!
Wow, this might be the most crowded intro I've seen ever, quite frankly. But Free MMO, as I was just saying, he has the potential to get to the final stage this tournament. He was looking very good in the mocks, but can he put it all together and put it all to use here to potentially get to the final stage? Free MMO onto the pole twist. Gets into that fourth pole nicely. Eyeing down the fifth pole. One more left for Free MMO direct. And he's through it again and onto the Infinity Stones. Eyeing down the Soul Stone. He gets onto it. Building up that speed for the Reality Stone. He gets on that. Now for the third stone. He's on the Space one. Now for the Power Stone. Free MMO. Eyeing down the Time Stone. It's the same color as him. One more left to go. The Mind Stone. Free MMO comes up short of the Sage Stone! Free MMO is out early on stage 3! I don't think anyone is expecting this! Free MMO goes out on a new obstacle, and this comes to show that you cannot take any obstacle for granted. Free MMO fails the Mind Stone. Such a tough break for Free.
No way! No! Oh, that was an ugly jump. Oh, that was an ugly jump. To be honest, nothing really went wrong on the jumps. It was just a mistime. I just mistimed the jump. That was it. All my practice to this point did not fail that one time. And I thought when I went around the pole, I had enough of a gap to go for it. And, well, as you saw, I just came up short. It happens. We got it. We'll be back. And I'm ready for more of an adventure later down the line.
This new obstacle is claimed one of Infinite's best.
Well, I mean, if I was shocked to get to stage 3 in the last tournament when there was so few people that got here, I'm equally as shocked that I've done it again today. And, you know, the fact that we're 28 tournaments in and this is the first time I've got here back to back. I was obviously very close in tournaments 4 and 5, or 4 to 5, but yeah, it's awesome. Amazing to get back here again. And like I said at the start, you know, having such a high number, I'm proud that I got such a high number, but I'm glad I managed to deliver on it as well. Now it's just a case of pure and simple, just got to try and get past the first obstacle. I was the first person ever to fail it last tournament. I don't want to be the first one to fail it twice. So that's the goal for me, pure and simple, and we'll see what happens.
Can Hunter unit get through the Eyes of Sauron? Going very quickly, and he's improved on his last run. Nicely done, Hunter. He is now onto the pole twist. Hunter taking his time, lining up for that second pole. He's going to take each one at a time. He's taking a lot of time going into that second one, but he makes it perfectly. Now lining up for the third pole. Hunter unit has usually not made it too far on the stage in the times he's made it here in the past, with the exception being his first attempt at the stage in Tournament 4, where he got to the last obstacle. Hopefully Hunter can turn that narrative around today and get deep into the third stage at least. Be nice to see Hunter put up a good run on the third stage. Right now, he's still making his way through the pole twist, looking into that fifth pole. He gets it. One more left to go, taking a few additional safe jumps before he goes out to that last pole. Hunter, he's looking at it now. Taking his time, lining up for that sixth pole. Hunter cannot get into the sixth pole, and Hunter goes out on the second obstacle, the pole twist. He was only able to improve his result from last tournament by only one obstacle. He hit the pole on the sixth pole, and it caused him to miss.
No, I turned in a little too early. I turned into the pipe a little fraction too early.
Hunter unit going out on the pole twist.
I feel a lot better on stage 3 this tournament than I did last tournament. I was surprised I got past the cliffhanger last time. This time I'm kind of expecting to get past it. I know it's still a very tough challenge, but I would love to get another shot at this vertical limit and not do what I did last time. I know how tiny of a jump that first ledge is, so I'm not going to screw that up again. But really, I just want to get to that mongoose. I've never been that great when it comes to mongoose obstacles in different jumping courses, so if I can just get to it, I'll be thrilled, and maybe by some miracle I can pull off a clear. So I'm really eyeing that mongoose. That's the goal, but I've got a lot of work to get there.
Smoky Massacre wants to improve on his run from the previous tournament. He got all the way to the vertical limit burst, but failed mounting into just the first ledge. So it'd be really nice to see the 3-time champion get far here. Maybe potentially get his 4th clear on the stage and put himself in a position to get a 4th total victory. That would be absolutely mind-blowing if it does happen, but he's got a long way to go here on the 3rd stage before we can start thinking about that. Right now, he's got to think about this pole twist that just took out Hunter Unit 751. Smokey does make the 6th pole and avenges Hunter's fail. He's onto the Infinity Stones. He goes from the Soul Stone to the Reality Stone, quickly into the Space Stone, and into the Power Stone, going quickly here into the Time Stone, Mind Stone, where Free failed, but Smokey is onto the Demonic Cliffhanger. He beat this obstacle in the last tournament, but he's punching. He is worried about this obstacle. Smokey gets up to the 2nd ledge that's been terrorizing our competitors all tournament long. Now for the ledge that took out Gaming Brando earlier, this 4th ledge. Can Smokey get the timing? He's gonna wait another cycle. He wants to make sure he's got it down pat. Smokey is backing up. He goes for it, and he makes it onto the 4th ledge. Smoky Massacre very quickly into the 6th ledge, taking his time lining up for the 7th ledge. Gets the jump out. Now for the first corner wrap. Smokey gets it again. Now looking at the 9th ledge. It's in a good position, and he makes it across to the 10th ledge. Now for the 2nd corner wrap. It was a little close there, but he makes it through again. And now here is the 12th ledge. The one that moves back and forth. Can Smokey get this jump? Smokey waits a cycle. He wants to make sure that he's got it just right. It moves 6 seconds forward and 6 seconds back. Smokey, can he get the jump onto the 12th ledge? Yes, he can! Smokey is on the 12th ledge again. Can he get the big jump for the dismount? Can he get his timing just right one more time to get back to the vertical limit burst? Yes, he can! Smoky Massacre is back to the vertical limit.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, old friend, indeed. He is back to the vertical limit burst. And he gets the jump that he failed last tournament, and he's going to stick it much like Tricky Cyrus. Smokey onto the 2nd ledge. Has to go up to the 3rd one. Now for the jump. Tricky just failed. He goes right for it. Smokey is on the 4th ledge. Now has to go out to the 5th ledge. He has now made it farther than Free last tournament. He's on the 6th ledge. Sticks that one as well as he goes for the 7th one. Now for another jump out to the 8th one. And he's on the 8th ledge. He's so close to beating this obstacle. Music has stopped. He's on the 9th. The 10th. Smoky Massacre defeats the vertical limit burst! Smoky Massacre does it!
Nice. Oh, God. Take a breather, take a breather.
He's reached his goal for this tournament, but can he take the next step and get to a 4th final? He's in the Mongoose that could potentially take him to the final. Up next, Mount Mongoose, he's sliding off! Oh no! Oh my goodness me! That was almost a complete and utter disaster. My heart skipped a beat there. My goodness. Smoky Massacre. He's fighting this mongoose up the mountain. It is such a tough obstacle to control the mongoose. It may not look too tough, but this mountain will fight you off, and you got to fight it back. Smoky now has to go back around. It is quite slippery here on this last part. He's got to make sure he's got good control of this mongoose. And he is through Mount Mongoose. And now for the time bomb. He's got 10 seconds to get through this first section once he enters the obstacle. And here he goes. The clock is ticking. He's got to drive around the blocks. Can he make it to the break zone in time? Smokey, yes he can, with 1.3 seconds remaining. Now he has to wait about 15 seconds for the kill timer to reset. If he goes too early, then he won't have enough time to make it through the second section. So that's why he's forced to wait here on this white block. The timer's back up. 10 seconds to get through the second section. Here he goes again. He's going a little slower on this second section. Could it come back to bite it? Come on, Smokey! Yes, he's through with just half a second remaining. And now has to get out of the mongoose to grab the grapple shot. He's lining his mongoose up with the last obstacle, but he's got to get out, grab the grapple shot, and now this is it. The final obstacle of the stage, the stunt swing. Can Smoky Massacre make it to the final stage? The music stops. His heart is pounding. Can Smokey do it? He's taking his time. He's going for it. Gets out the mongoose. Misses the grapple! Smoky Massacre, no! He's out on the last obstacle of stage 3, the stunt swing. He missed the grapple, and it could not engage to get the swing across. That is his third time out on the last obstacle of stage 3. This save on Mount Mongoose, though, that was absolutely mind-blowing that he didn't die there. But it all falls apart on the stunt swing. He came so close to getting this grapple on the obstacle. Look how close he came. He actually hit it, but he hits it too high. And because of that, it could not stay engaged. If he had aimed just a little lower, I think he would have beaten the stage.
Oh, I thought I nailed it too. That sucks. I was barely off. That was such a fun tournament. It obviously went pretty well. I really wish I could have made that connect on the grapple, because I'm pretty good with controlling my momentum once I actually connect with the grapple, so I know that I could have gotten the height and the distance to make it to that final platform. I really felt like getting onto the final platform was the easiest part of that stage, save for a few other jumps, but it was just all a matter of whether I connected with the grapple or not, and obviously I just barely missed it. I can't wait to see how close it was. It felt like it had to be pretty close, but either way, that was an awesome run, a fun run, such a fun stage. I'm glad that I improved over the last tournament, and I really feel like this stage is beatable, so hopefully Joey can bring it home for us.
Smokey so close to a fourth final, but that will have to wait another day. And with that, we have come to the last man standing. The tower eyeing down our last competitor, Joey Davis, as he gets ready to take on the third stage. Joey Davis, the only hope left to see a final stage this tournament. We had a record-breaking amount of competitors make it this far, and when the record was previously set in Tournament 21, Joey was the only competitor to beat this stage. Can history repeat itself? And can Joey make it back to the final stage for the first time since Tournament 21? He's got 8 incredibly tough obstacles to get through. Last time he made it here in Tournament 26, he failed getting into the 4th ledge of the demonic cliffhanger, so he's got a long road ahead as he eyes down the 3rd pole, the pole twist. Joey Davis. onto the 4th pole. If he fails anywhere on this 3rd stage, this tournament will end on the 3rd stage and we will not see the final for a 3rd tournament in a row. But he's onto the new obstacle, the Infinity Stones. He's on the Soul Stone, he gets onto the Reality Stone. Eyeing down that Space Stone, he gets it nicely. Looking into the Power Stone. Joey looking into the Time Stone now. One more left for Joey Davis. Can he get onto the Mind Stone? Yes, he can. Joey Davis onto the obstacle he failed 2 tournaments ago. The Demonic Cliffhanger. He gets the 2nd ledge. Beautiful jump. And he's on to the 3rd ledge. Now for the jump he failed 2 tournaments ago. Can Joey get his revenge? He's gonna run into the wall, do a 180. That's a technique he's adopted after his cliffhanger fail from 2 tournaments ago. He has learned from his mistake and using his crazy strategies and put them to use. Going for the corner wrap. He gets it. He's faced plenty of those on Irish Warriors cliffhangers. And now Joey gets onto the 10th ledge. Can he get the 2nd corner wrap? Yes, he can. Can he get the jump across to the 12th ledge? He's caught on a bit of a bad cycle, so he's going to have to wait a little longer before he can attempt the jump. And the nice thing about Joey's technique, it helps build up more momentum, but the hard part is getting the aim to get across. But it's no problem for Joey Davis as he gets onto the 12th ledge. Can he get the big jump out to the dismount though? Joey Davis, he's approaching it. He goes for the jump. And he's across and through the Demonic Cliffhanger. But now for the vertical limit burst. We saw Smokey get through this earlier. Can Joey do the same? Can Joey Davis beat the vertical limit burst? He's on the 3rd ledge. These ledges only 0.4 thickness. They are so thin. Joey Davis looking into the 5th ledge. He's at the 5th ledge. 6th ledge. Joey can't make it onto the 6th ledge. And tournament 28 is over. Joey Davis defeated by the vertical limit burst. He could not make it onto the 6th ledge of this obstacle. I don't think he made it quite far enough to make it in. Yeah, it looked like he hit the wall too early. And it's cost him here on the vertical limit burst. A tough way for Joey to go out on this obstacle.
Oh no. That's rough.
And with that, it's game over. No one will be advancing to stage 4.
Failing the vertical limit this tournament, I mean, it's the hardest obstacle on the stage, but I feel like if I beat that, I'm probably getting to the final stage. But considering the amount of preparation I had for this tournament, I will gladly take that result. And obviously, this whole tournament, a new record set on stage 1 for clears is amazing to see. Stage 2 as well. I feel like on stage 3, a big stopgap for a lot of people is the cliffhanger. If we can get like a couple more people past the cliffhanger, and so we can start figuring this vertical limit out. Obviously, Smokey did. I think we have a chance, best chance, at getting a final stage in the next tournament. But overall, this tournament was great. Can't wait till next time.
And with that, we have come to the end of Tournament 28. 100 daring Spartans entered today with hopes of going all the way to achieving total victory on the 10th anniversary of Spartan Sasuke. But one by one, they were eliminated by the many tough obstacles of Mount Midoriyama, and ultimately, all 100 competitors were defeated before the final stage. But that should not take away from all the incredible success and records that were accomplished. A record-breaking 21 competitors cleared Stage 1, including Spartan Walnut and Gotaint, who finally found success after nearly a decade of trying. On Stage 2, another record was set with 11 people advancing to the 3rd stage, including Rivalis, the first newcomer to make it this far since Buddy Jumps in Tournament 2. But despite all the success, it still wasn't enough to put a man on the final stage. Smokey Massacre made it to the last obstacle of Stage 3, but the new tower remains elusive. Will the success of Tournament 28 be carried into next tournament? And can this third stage be defeated? Those questions and more will have to wait to be answered. I'm RPG445, and we'll see you soon for Tournament 29. Farewell, everyone.